blame each other for the shutdown. Democratic Senator Mark Kelly says any plan to fund the federal government needs to include health care provisions.
The president did not understand what this was about. Now, we could fix this today. This is pretty easy to do. All it takes is one vote.
Texas Senator Ted Cruz expects the shutdown to last weeks. The shutdown impacts national parks, including Kennesaw Mountain and the Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area.
The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area is accessible to the public, but all operations and programs are suspended and the visitor center is closed. Bathrooms remain open, but staff is cut, according to Brittany Jones of the National Park Conservancy.
The park is going to have about 5 employees that stay on working while the rest get furloughed. So everything's just going to be like stretched capacity-wise.
Field trips for hundreds of fourth graders have been canceled. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A woman is now facing charges for setting a church fire in Cobb County. Arius Jordan is charged with arson and terroristic threats. Police say Jordan intentionally set the fire that burned Prayer City Eagles Chapel International Ministries in Austell. She's also accused of sending threatening text messages to the pastor. The church suffered about $4 million in damage. A new life-saving tool for emergency responders in Clayton County. They're now able to provide whole blood for trauma patients.
We are now live in the field and have that life-saving measure in place.
Clayton County Fire Chief and EMS Director Tim Sweat calls it a game changer. He says it could save hundreds of lives a year. Units on the north and south sides of the county will carry the blood. An emotional Brian Snitker steps down today as manager of the Braves. He led the Braves to 6 division titles and the 2021 World Series.
I never thought I'd hoist a trophy or be around a group of guys that makes this so special.
He will stay with the organization next season as an advisor. It is 3:03. The Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now it's live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, got some trouble in Cobb County. Looks like a car hauling a trailer has lost the trailer. It's blocking part of the left lane, 285 westbound, the outer loop at I-75, exit number 20. Heads up for that. 85 northbound, those delays are continuing to grow, leaving 285 into Cobb County up into Norcross, which in effect is slowing the 285 eastbound inner loop through Doraville, trying to get onto I-85 northbound. Road work wrapped up downtown, 75-85 northbound, Highway 166 Langford Parkway. Brake lights find you north of there, approaching I-20 for the ride up into Midtown. With the southbound delays in full force now, just south of the 85-400 merge as you make your way past Georgia Tech. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. A mix of sun and clouds today, high 83. Cooler, drier air moving in for tonight, lows in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunny skies, breezy, high 77. Friday, partly cloudy, morning low 56, afternoon high 78.
82 in Sandy Springs, 81 in Douglasville, also 81 in Locust Grove. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, Hour 1 of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable radio chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices you hear are the doctrinaires, usually anyway. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews, has the afternoon off. I'll let him explain when he gets back. Lady of 184.7 characters, still on a bit of a hiatus. She'll be back soon. We do have the man behind the glass, George Clark, and the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
How was it driving in the government shutdown era
man,
that
I'll
we're
tell
in
you,
now? The lights weren't working.
It's fantastic, man. It's like there's no rules anymore. Red don't mean nothing. Green don't mean nothing. That sign that says stop, that's backed up by the government. So as far as I was concerned, you can just, well, what are you? You going to be a fool and pay your taxes? Hey, there's no government.
That's right. It's lawless now.
That's right.
The cops can't pull you over. You're good.
No, everything's good.
I drove backwards in the HOV lane.
Oh, yes.
Because you are free.
Let's go.
Free from having a government. I love the whole idea. It's a government shutdown. As if we don't still have a government. Like, yeah, I guess there's no president.
Yeah.
There's no Speaker of the House. It's all BS. to me, it's all BS. We'll see. If somehow this is the one that goes on for a year, I will recalculate my analyses. But for right now, I've been through this so many times. It's all BS.
6 times in the last 20 years.
Yeah, and if you're listening to one side say, oh, it's the other side's fault, whether it's the left or the right, and you're going, yeah, congratulations, they've got you. You're not 100% alive. You may be 80% alive. You got 20% puppet in there, but go ahead and yell at each other all day long about how the person you don't like, that's the person who's responsible for the government shutdown, not the people I like.
Well, one of my buddies
people you like, they're responsible.
One of my buddies, big listener to the show, he leans on the left, and
he leans left. Is this a physical problem? Does he have a problem with
both? Believe it or not, he leans left physically and is left politically.
Well, you know what? At least he's consistent.
That's right. He is very consistent. And he sent me a picture of House Democrats that were all together, and he's like, "Look, the House Republicans already left." And I had to text him very kindly and say, hey, remember the bill that was voted on last night was already passed by House Republicans.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, oh, I thought
no,
they
yeah, but in my mind, I got. Please don't bog me down with facts.
Yeah, I'm like.
I make everybody mad when I kind of point out that they're all jerks, because people like to have a team, and they love it. I don't like it when if you're watching a sports show and they start talking about how bad your team is, you change it, right? It's like
I get very upset.
Even if you're right, I don't want to listen to this. And that's kind of what I'm getting lately. We got that one open mic. I don't even know. I got to tell you this, man. I want to have a sense of humor about this. And I come from a place of that, humorous. But I don't know that anybody's going to buy it. Because it's such a personal attack that I don't think anybody would believe that I'm actually going, you know what? This is the problem. And not because he's attacking me. But this is the problem. This guy's tone. I mean, everything about his tone, he does not back up his argument at all. Basically, the idea is that I come on every day and I just parrot what they say on CNN and MSNBC. And he probably doesn't believe the truth of the matter that I have not sat down and watched anything on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox. What's it been now? Like 8 years.
Oh, a long time.
Maybe long. We might be coming close on a decade. Now, if I wake up and I'm going through my prep and somebody said something on CNN that's now a news story, or somebody said something on Fox. A viral clip is out there, then I'll watch the clip and maybe I'll say, hey, Jerry, get this audio. We'll talk about it. But it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I get it. I'm on the radio. You assume I'm lying about everything. Okay, fine. But the fact is, whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But the fact is, I have not sat down and watched a program of any kind, of any length whatsoever, on CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News in at least 8 years, and it might be going on 10. I haven't really been keeping count. So that's neither here nor there. So this person doesn't say, here's this example of something that you say all the time that is just parroting what you're hearing. It doesn't matter. It's something that's almost beyond diagnosis, like try and get to the thing. It does not matter. I think I've figured it out. I think what it is, and this is from the left and the right, depending on who they see the enemy as. And I'll go with this guy who I'm assuming is a big MAGA guy. I think it's because they tune in and I just don't condemn whatever the other side is, whoever they see as the enemy. The fact that we talk about and laugh about everybody and whatever. But because I don't condemn, I don't get mad about Greta. Who cares? What do you want me to make it up? That this 23-year-old this somehow makes me mad? She doesn't. Can I see right through her? Can I see right through the act? Absolutely. But the next step isn't always anger. But I'm not going to... This person is... Now, I don't know. In real life, maybe a nice person. Maybe just did something very nice for somebody that I'll never meet. I have no idea. But in the area of political discourse, this person is the problem. Obviously on the right, but this person's attitude, tone, everything is what's wrong with the discourse from the left and from the right. You'll notice there's not a hint that this guy opens up an idea that maybe I might learn something in the future. There might be one little morsel that I'm not 100% correct about at all. This guy is right. And he knows he's right. He knows that he's so right, that it's so obvious that he's right, that he knows for a fact that the people who disagree with him in their heart of hearts know he's right. And that's what makes him so angry, because he doesn't see them as people who disagree with him. They're people who know he's right, but they're afraid that if he gets his way, he'll save the country, and they want to destroy the country. And what you have to understand about this guy is he understands that we're in a war. And he wakes up every day ready for battle because, damn it, he's trying to save the country. Don't you understand? And there's an analog to him on the left. I mean, he's a cartoon character. He doesn't know it. But there's a cartoon character just like him on the left. And unfortunately, they represent the types of people on both sides who are running the conversation. So I think it's that people tune in and I don't condemn somebody that they believe needs to be condemned, because remember, they know it's a battle. They know it's a war. They wake up every day for battle, and they know that if they lose, the country's gone, because remember, they're 100% right about everything. And if there's one thing they know, it's that. So let's just try to...
It's a perfect description.
It's the reason. By the way, I want to say to this guy, you're exactly the reason I'm thinking about retiring. Because, so that's success, I would think. Because there's not a damn thing I've said that parrots CNN or any... The premise of what he's saying is just simply false. But it has no bearing on it. I mean, open mic me back, dude, and name 3 things that I parrot that you hear all the time on CNN. I will hear you parrot things. There's one part in here it's going to be hard because I worry he's so funny. And I know that we have a lot of people driving around right now, and not everybody, unfortunately, listens to the show. So I'm afraid that the audience might start laughing so much that they lose control of their vehicles and perhaps harm others or themselves. But I have to, because this guy, I mean, I don't know if I get this out without laughing. He doesn't call it MSNBC. He calls it PMSNBC. And you can't stop laughing. I never. And I thought to myself, I can't outwit this guy. He's so clever that he easily says things that are funny that he's heard hundreds of other people say before him. That's how clever he is.
Oh, I thought he was the originator of that.
Oh, I'll tell you this. We are going to play this little bit. Hopefully, hold on to your steering wheels because you're going to laugh like crazy. I think that we're kind of lucky. He didn't have time. There's only 30 seconds in the open mic. He wasn't able to get to his Hillary stuff. Because that's some of the funniest stuff that you've heard 100 times before that you'll ever hear again. So let's hear. In tone, in faulty premise, and in not even making an attempt to back up his argument, on the left and the right, this guy exists on the left just as much as on the right. Sometimes female on the left. Sometimes female on the right.
Mm-hmm. MAGA moms are for real.
So, but here it is. Here's the tone. This is why America kind of isn't a whole hell of a lot of fun these days.
Hey, Eric Von
Stop and get over the laugh. You know what? I got a lot of things to do. I probably shouldn't even be messing with you. But oh boy, am I going to let you have it. Man, oh man.
That was a belly laugh.
No, it's a belly.
Hey, Eric Von Hessler, please explain how you constantly parrot the lies and distortions being spewed out of CNN, PMSNBC.
Right, stop. Okay, stop. If you're listening to this now, I want another open mic, and I want 3 examples of they said it and Eric backed it up. It's a big world, and you're making a large statement here, so asking for 3 examples shouldn't be hard. You should be able to do it in the next 2 minutes. You shouldn't even have to think about it because you know it's true. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Eric Von Hessler, please explain how you constantly parrot the lies and distortions being spewed out of CNN, PMSNBC, and NPR, and then claim that you don't want chaos. That's all those fake news organizations want.
Fake news. He made up that one, too. He didn't just hear someone else say it.
They lie, they distort, just like the shutdown of the government.
Which, by the way, has never happened before when Democrats were in power and Republicans were never, never. What this guy's really angry about is I will not pick a side and live there. He is so angry that there are still people who just think for themselves and say to the left, 80% of what you're saying is BS, and say to the right, 80% of what you're saying is BS. Now, the 20 and 20 on either side, I'll work with. But to admit that there might possibly be 20% on the other side, he's up. Everyone should be as angry as him. And if you're not as angry as he is, if you're not as intense as he is, well, you just don't give a damn about your country the way that he does, which, by the way, makes him better than you. This is something that he knows. He doesn't disagree with AOC. He's better than AOC. But here's the rub. AOC doesn't just disagree with him. She knows she's better than he is.
Just give him the keys.
So why have a conversation between the two? That would be ridiculous. And besides, one of my friends might see me talking to that other person, and then I would be on the outs with the people that I like to be on the in with.
Hey,
Thank you, Seth Rogen, for calling in and putting me in my place. But it's really where we are. It's where we are, is the ignorant are leading the parade. And they're not only ignorant, they are angry. Angry. This guy wakes up angry. I hope he lives another 50, 60, 70 years. On his last day, he will be angry.
I told those liberals.
Because no matter how hard you work, sir, on your last day, I hope it's 70 years from now, there will still be people who haven't been convinced you're right about everything. Sorry. Because it's not about the country. It's about that you are right about everything. So much so, you don't even have to make up your own lines. You can just say things that you've heard other people say, like PMSNBC and fake news. It doesn't mean that you have to actually use your own noggin to come up with new things. Just repeat things that people you agree with say, and that makes you just as clever, right? That's enough of that, guys. I honestly, but you are the reason. You are the reason that probably I won't be doing this that much longer. So you're being successful. If you want people like me gone, I will be gone. But it comes up to the idea that, if you wrestle with pigs, you get muddy, right? And everything, this guy can't have fun. He's got a country to save.
He's a patriot.
I mean, did you hear what that actor said the other day? He's got to get extra sleep so he can wake up in the morning and let everyone know how wrong that actor is. But Ted Nugent, he's right. And any actor who agrees with me, I suddenly don't care about actors being political. And of course, I'm only focusing on this guy and his side because he's the one who
believe me, on the open
spewed
mic,
his ignorance. But equally on the left. Exactly. It's not just this guy. It's just that there is no talking to each other anymore because you shouldn't. Because the people who disagree with you want to destroy this country. And if you even just talk to them reasonably, you're kind of complicit in that. This is what passes for political discourse in this country right now. And I got to tell you, it used to be an awesome country to live in. It wasn't perfect. We had a lot of work to do. A lot of things and justice and all that. Wasn't a perfect country, but it was a whole hell of a lot more fun to live in than the one we've got right now.
I feel like there was a lot more viewpoints politically. Now it really is like if you're not with us, you're against us. It
on
really
both
is.
sides.
It's just bad. And believe me.
And then no one can back up their arguments. They don't even feel like they have to back up their arguments. Don't come to me unless you read long books about ideas. Don't come to me and tell me that you're a Republican unless you know something about the Austrian School of Economics, which, by the way, the person you worship at the head of your party has thrown into the dustbin of history. Do Republicans realize they can never go back now? They can't.
In the year 2032, they can't say that's a bad candidate on the left because they want tariffs. Nope, that's gone. They can't say, hey, you're a bad candidate on the left because you want to censor speech. Nope, sorry. So this party has been changed forever. And now we have two parties who have never been closer, really, for all the BS. Yeah, they both want to shut down your speech. Yeah, they both consider you an enemy if you disagree with them. That's the difference. The difference is we used to enjoy debating politics in this country when I was younger.
Absolutely.
We did. And we were young, and I was, we were young and, full of hubris and thought that we were right and thought that we were smarter than everybody else. But it never occurred to me and my friends in this period of time, late teens, early 20s, before everybody gets married and settles down, when you're really, really talking about this stuff, as much as we assumed that we were so much smarter than the people we disagreed with, I can tell you that it never occurred to any of us on either side that the other side shouldn't be allowed to say what they think. Or it never occurred to us that you don't go out and have a beer together after you're done getting in each other's grill about politics in America.
One of the best.
But I just want to finish. This is manufactured. This isn't organic. This is top down. You are being manipulated. Let's call them the powers that be. You know what I mean. The folks that run this country. You are being manipulated. Your country has been run into the ground over the last 30 years. We are $37 trillion in debt. We have to borrow. Will you look and see, is it 9 trillion or billion or 11? I believe it's $9 trillion. We have to borrow $11 trillion. I believe it's trillion. I don't want to. Is it 9 trillion or 9 billion? 9 billion seems so small these days when you talk about the government. I just want to make sure that I'm right. I know it's trillions, but
we have to borrow how much from what?
Well, $11 trillion from ourselves. We got to do a treasury auction. I believe it's 11 trillion. You look and see if I'm right. 9 of it is just to service the debt that we already have. That's like when you only pay enough for your credit card that they don't shut it down. You
pay the minimum.
Huh? Trillion. You pay the minimum. So we have to borrow $11 trillion more dollars. 9 of it is just to pay the minimum on the debt, to keep servicing the debt, as they say. And because we'll never learn our lesson, the other $2 trillion is the overspending. So $11 trillion. You're $37 trillion in debt. Have you noticed that, do you find it weird at all? Every day, people, you got to get ready to go to war with China. Why? Oh, you just got to. They're beating us in this economic thing or whatever. You ever wonder why maybe that would be? How would you get rid of $37 trillion of debt? How would you move into a new world? How would you reset things?
You rebuild another country.
Or you have a big old war. Flush things out. Lots of people die. Less pensions. Whole lot of things happen. Look at what happened after World War II. And when that time comes, you're just going to be propagandized. The Chinese are bad, blah, 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 blah. And this guy will be on board. Absolutely. This guy will go to war with anybody. Venezuela, anybody. Everything is good when you're going to war. But this is something that is top down. You are being manipulated to hate one another just because you disagree with one another. Because if you and the person that you disagree with on, let's say, bathroom policy, if you were ever to kind of stop, have a beer, and start talking about the things that you have in common, it won't be long before you start looking up at the government and say, oh my goodness, we're both getting screwed. Wow, we actually have more in common. We're both $37 trillion in debt. And we're both being propagandized to go to war with countries like Iran and China in Russia who present zero physical threat to us. You'd start looking up at the government and realizing, hey, we may have our differences on these things, but we got bigger fish to fry. Whatever your little culture war thing is, it's small potatoes next to being $37 trillion in debt and having to borrow $9 trillion this year just to service that debt. So I feel sorry for this guy. He is ignorant, and he is wrong, but he's being manipulated just as we all are.
Hey,
If you're looking for an exceptional Swiss timepiece, visit Terra Fine Jewelry today. They have exceptional Swiss watches from Tag Heuer and the finest selection in Atlanta of pre-owned Rolex. It's where I've been shopping for over 25 years. Terra Fine Jewelry in Beaufort.
Let me teach you some physics. In a great big wind, the bigger and flatter the object, the more force the wind creates. Surface area times the square of the hypotenuse times wind speed divided by E equals MC squared, or some kind of math. Doesn't matter. But when storm season hits, your garage door is just standing there waiting for wind and physics to break it or dent it or send the whole thing flying down the street. And that, my friends, is science. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern wind-rated doors are built to withstand the forces of nature. Composite materials are stronger than the cheap old aluminum door that came with your house. And the tracks and rollers won't bend under the stress. It keeps your car safe and your insurance premiums low. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll make sure you're ready. And stay in school, kids.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Attention antique lovers, this weekend it's the Lakewood 400 Antique Market, located north of Atlanta on Georgia Highway 9, 2 miles south of Cumming. Visit their website at lakewoodantiques.com for more information. This weekend, don't miss the Lakewood 400 Antique Market.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Hey friends, have you filed an insurance claim for a roof replacement only to be denied? Are you not sure what to do? You're not alone. Dr. Roof here to help. Hey, it's Mark Aram. Dr. Roof specializes in reviewing the storm damage and getting your roof replaced. They've been around for over 37 years and can help you with all of your options. Don't settle for a denied or partial insurance claim. Get the roof you deserve with Dr. Roof, online at drroof.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top story, the government shutdown has an impact on operations at popular Metro Atlanta parks. Brittany Jones with the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy says the park is part of the shutdown.
The park's operations are shut down. That means the visitor center is closed. Any park programming that was scheduled will be canceled.
The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area remains accessible to the public. Bathrooms remain open, but they will not be cleaned or regularly restocked. Recent incidents involving Waymo's driverless cars violating traffic laws lead to questions for Georgia lawmakers.
First of all, we're going to have to figure out who's responsible and then figure out the best way to hold them accountable.
House Public Safety Committee Chair Clint Crow says right now traffic law enforcement is aimed at changing behavior. Waymo says community safety remains their top priority and says they continuously refine their systems and are looking into the recent incidents. Former state trooper and West Georgia Mayor A.J. Scott is sentenced to 20 years with 10 to serve serve for the 2015 crash that killed 2 teenage girls in Carroll County. That's more than a plea deal the state previously offered, which Scott rejected. Scott served as mayor of Buchanan. Famed primatologist Jane Goodall has died at the age of 91.
When Jane Goodall was a child, she read Tarzan in the garden of her English home.
That's when my dream began. I'll go to Africa, live with animals.
The adult Goodall landed a job as an assistant to famed paleoanthropologist Louis Leakey, who sent her to study chimpanzees in Tanzania.
Correspondent Deborah Rodriguez reports Goodall passed away of natural causes. Traffic could be a mess in Midtown Atlanta for the rest of this week as emergency sewer repairs continue. The city's watershed management department says full lane closures start today at the intersection of 10th Street and Piedmont Avenue, and they'll remain closed until work is completed, hopefully by Saturday, but it all depends on factors such as the weather. It is now 3:32, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather, and in the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, right now dealing with some trouble in the Cobb County area right near Truist Park. There has been a trailer left in the left lane as part of a crash. The crash is off to the right, but the trailer's in the left lane, 285 eastbound, the inner loop, right at I-75, exit 20. Just had a crash clear out of the left lane on 285 westbound, the outer loop in Sandy Springs past Roswell Road, exit 25. Delays should start to improve there. And heads up in the northeast Atlanta Brookhaven area, police activity shutting down a chunk of Buford Highway just north of Lennox Road, Cheshire Bridge Road. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Becoming mostly sunny through this afternoon, high 83, lows tonight in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunshine, breezy with that east wind gusting 25 miles per hour, staying rather cool for tomorrow with a high of 77, dropping down to the mid 50s by Friday morning.
Right now it's 83 in Ackworth, 84 in Lawrenceville, 83 in Hampton. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
You've seen them holiday decorations already up in the stores, trees, wreaths, even the big inflatables. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home's exterior looking great, and now my clean home will shine when they put up my holiday lights. They make it simple. Custom design, they provide the lights, install everything, and when the season's over, they pack and store it for me. First-time customers book by October 15th. Mention my name, Chris Chandler, and you'll get $100 off installation. Let Wise Guys Lights brighten your holidays this year.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
It's happening, guys. Your hair's thinning, the crown's disappearing. Hair loss might have you feeling you've lost your identity. It's Mark Aram here. Thankfully, there's Advanced Hair Simple One-Day Treatment. You decide how much, how thick, and where. It's your own natural hair that begins regrowing the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. I've seen Advanced Hair's incredible results with my own eyes. Get your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
All right, Jared now says, I got another open mic for you. I want to get in a good mood at this point. And by the way, it's just that that is the tone of the country. That's what's bothering me. When did we turn into a country of jerks that just treat each other poorly? And then it's like even become like now, like that thing at the Ryder Cup. To me, is it possible? Am I sound naive here if I say, as an American, I was embarrassed at the behavior? Like I feel
the
like
heckling that was going on.
Yeah, I feel like most people who are younger, like just like, this guy's out of it. He doesn't understand. This is the way the world is. Well, it's okay. I am who I am, and I lived in the age that I lived, and now I am the age that I am, and I can compare the two. And I don't think that I would appreciate if I was in Europe being treated like that. And that's called empathy, and that's understanding, walk a mile in somebody else's shoes. And once you do that, you don't do the things that you wouldn't enjoy. All of these concepts that apparently are absolutely dead. There's not much left. Get yours. That seems to be everything going on right now. Almost everything in the world's been bought. Get yours. Yes. Get those elbows out. Smack somebody in the face. Get first in line. You're special. You deserve it.
Because of all that with the economy and stuff, I think there's like an emerging importance of the attention economy too, and therefore people try to memeify
everything. Just get your everything, because almost everything's been got.
Exactly, it's all been bought up. There's nothing else but attention to get.
Get yours. Get yours. Also, so that's happening at the Ryder Cup, and it's like, I'm sorry if I'm naive. If you're 30 and you're listening to go, this guy doesn't get it. I am embarrassed when Americans. We're the host. What's the opposite of host? Well, the other people would be your guest. And for that to be something that, I don't know what the hell they teach these people as they're coming up through school. Manners, obviously, not a part of it at all. And then there's a football game, and I'd heard for a moment it was the Bills game. I went and looked for it, and I couldn't find it. I don't know what game it was. There was a football game over the weekend where somebody jumped on the field or whatever, and they just got into another player's face on the other team, and both were holding a phone in one hand to record it and had their middle finger up in the face of the person who was – and it's just like, where are your parents? Like, where are your grandparents? How are you – he's wearing the other clothes. He's wearing the other uniform. And that means – everything. It's embarrassing. The way people act in this country, to me, maybe not to you, this is just my worldview, to me is embarrassing. This idea that I go to war with those who disagree with me. Well, put your ass up on the ballot and run for office then. We really don't need that at the next cocktail party.
You have a lot of people acting like jerks like that. And the other thing I've noticed, at least just being out in the wild, conversing about politics, because people often bring it up with me. And
I run away, by the way. Anybody brings it up in public, I run away.
I would much rather talk about sports and stuff with people around me and other stuff aside from politics.
But they said they know you're on WSB, so I get this too. Like, hey, what do you think about this? Nothing.
Right. And when it does come up, what I have noticed, at least among people that are, Gen Z, millennial age, is that oftentimes when you respond with a follow-up to whatever it is their political argument is, they kind of just lock up. And then
because they don't know that they're supposed to be able to back up their claims.
Yeah, and it's like they know the declaration to make and the initial claim, but when you ask a follow-up question about it, whether you agree or disagree with it, they don't often know how to respond back to it.
It's clickable headline meme thought. It doesn't go any deeper than that. Ayn Rand, who is a grouchy old woman, and I am not a Rondian in the sense that but she wasn't wrong about everything. And she was right about a couple of things. One being that you cannot build a good argument off a bad premise. And the other being that you should never declare something to someone, your belief, if you can't answer 3 questions about it. That should be the standard. I'm not even going to open my mouth around others and state my belief in this cause, that cause, this policy, whatever, unless you know that you can go 3 questions deep. If you can't go 3 questions deep on what you're declaring, in the old days, you were not to be taken seriously. Now, you could be friendly with that person. Maybe they're really, really fun. But when you find out that they'll state that this is blah, blah, da, 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 and if they can't answer 3 questions, they can't go 3 questions deep, back in the old days, that's a good drinking pal, not somebody I take seriously when it comes to political discourse. Now that person is the political discourse. It's a memification of everything. And so what do you say? You got a better open mic?
Yeah, I think this mic will get you in a better mood.
Well, listen, it's not for the open micers to please or not please me. It's just that, and I don't think people listening will take me at face value on it because he was pretty personal. But it's not personal. It's just I just look at that and go, that's the problem. And when I look and see the behavior at the Ryder Cup and all this kind of stuff, I mean, my heart does sink. Patriotism does not only mean that you knee-jerk support any war your leaders tell you to support. Patriotism is a love of country. It's out of patriotism, I believe, that my heart sinks when I see this kind of behavior that's going on in the country. And it's not exclusive to the right or the left. It's ubiquitous. Go look that one up because they probably didn't teach it to you in school. Yeah.
Eric Von Hessler, you're absolutely right. The left wing and the right wing are part of the same turd bird. The United States government's the most corrupt government in the world. Can't give you my name, otherwise they'll come after me. Sunny and 85 and Jackson.
I don't know that I'd say they're the most corrupt government in the world. There's some pretty bad governments, but it's not. We are presented to ourselves by our media as being fundamentally non-corrupt and having to deal with a corrupt world, when obviously we are very much corrupt. People don't have any problem going whatever city they live in is corrupt. They have problems if they look at the federal government and say it's corrupt. But yeah, we got a lot of corruption. Is it the most corrupt government in the world? I think you'd be surprised at how the depths that corruption can go around the world.
I'd rather be here than Jamaica,
yeah,
for example.
Well, I mean, there's corruption there, and some people live in Jamaica and enjoy it. I'm talking about some of these places where corruption means that you're innocent and you end up in some basement jail for the next 40 years.
Where it's basically
nobody even knows you were ever born.
Right.
Let's appreciate the things that we still have.
One of the things that I've adopted, Eric, and I think you'll appreciate this, is just when talking, especially to younger friends that are getting interested in politics, is when I was getting interested in politics, obviously I started off on the left, leaned a lot more Democrat and left-leaning, and then as I grew up...
Most young people do. I did when I was younger.
I had good family members, though, that I was able to talk to, and they were very patient with me, and now I'm a fiscal conservative social liberal. And I just was able to kind of understand the fiscal conservative perspective and have gotten even more conservative over the years. But my approach has been, when people talk to me now, especially my younger Gen Z friends, is to try to have that open-minded, softer approach and then just ask follow-up questions and not declare back at them, but just ask a question back. Hey, why do you think that?
I've had this times, we've had people over, sitting around the pool and stuff, and then you have some teenagers, and they start, spouting the teenager stuff, whatever. Like, people forget being a teenager, and then a couple of times I've had to push back on adults who just want to, whether it's MSNBC or Fox News they're coming from, just blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, this person's 16. Let's just listen. Let's get them used to being heard, and then maybe when we speak, they'll listen, and you'll have kind of a back and forth going on.
There's nobody jump out of your chair like, this is why you think wrong on this.
It's like this is a 15-year-old. Let's let them have their ideas, and then let's talk calmly about them, and maybe when they're 25, 26, they come back, they're a little bit different. Most people are. But this is where you got to condemn. You got to condemn. That's what this is. You mentioned during the break that you had an uncle who was more conservative than you.
Yes.
And when you were younger, he would be open with you. He'd talk, and he would,
gave me a ton of books. He really, I think, was foundational in the way that I save money now, the way that I'm really good with money now, and understanding how much money the government takes away in taxes. And
he didn't want I disagree with you, so shut up, and I'm not going to. I had, my father-in-law, rest in peace. I was a young liberal when I came into his world. And he's, a doctor, and all of his other doctor friends at the time, they were all very conservative. And they loved talking to me. It was I remember one time my father, Eric, come on over here. They had friends over, whatever. He knew that I completely was the other side. Reagan was president, and I didn't like Reagan, and all that kind of stuff, like kids do. But they loved having, and when the conversation, and I walked away, and I was actually influenced by them. Not I didn't walk away 100% buying everything, but I was open to their ideas because they were open to my ideas, even though both of us disagreed vociferously at the time with one another. There's also this, when I think I was about 18 or 19, I was working in a restaurant, and I was a Democrat. This is 1984. And I got all jazzed up by Gary Hart. This is before the 88 campaign where he went off the rails with the whole thing. But he kind of came out of nowhere, and he was younger, and so it was like, I got new ideas. I look at it now, and it was all very blank. I don't know what the hell he was talking about. But at the time, I was young, and I was like, yeah, he's young and new ideas. That's what we need, new ideas. Anyways, I was working at this restaurant, and the bar at night. So it was the night that Gary Hart spoke to the National Convention. And I was in the bar, and I'm talking to this guy who's obviously kind of a wealthy person that people who owned the restaurant knew about, whatever. I'm in the bar with him, and he's disagreeing with me on everything. We're talking politics. I was like bussing tables, whatever, and he starts up the conversation because I'm looking at they had on the TV in the bar, they had the convention going. And I mentioned to Gary Hart. He tells me first he tells me why I'm wrong about everything, right? And then somebody comes along and says, hey, Eric, we need you over here to blah, 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 blah. And he puts his hand up and he goes, no. Let him stay in here. Let him watch the speech. That's the way the country used to be.
That's really cool.
The guy totally disagreed with me. He tried to convince me I was wrong, and then he used his clout with the owner to make sure that I could watch the speech of the politician that he thought was an idiot, but he knew that I liked. That's the country that I grew up with. And that's the country I'm beginning to miss.
It pays to have the WSB Radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
$1,000 on WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Your next chance to win is at 5 p.m.
That is awesome.
From 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB Radio app now.
Contractors and builders know Randall Brothers is Atlanta's premier building material supplier. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has a wider variety of building products than their competitors, so you can find the specialty stock you need fast. And their experienced reps actually know the job and the product, so you can bounce ideas with a dependable, knowledgeable partner. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
We are here with CFP Matthew Decker of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. And Matt, you have created a 20-question guide that asks the pointed and sometimes uncomfortable questions about where you stand in retirement. And you have to ask yourself, who is your guide?
That's right. Who is your guide? We sometimes think of retirement as like a mountain that you need to climb. And if you're going to ascend the mountain, it's important that you have a guide that has been there before, who has helped other people accomplish the same task. And we've seen that this is so important. There's so much value in the financial planning world. But if you don't know what's accessible, if you don't know what questions to ask, if you don't know what kind of value you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying, oftentimes you don't get it. So we created this guide to ask those questions and really point you in the direction of the type of service, the type of value that you should be receiving for the fees that you're paying if you're engaging a professional money manager or financial planner.
All right, so Matt, how can we get our hands on this 20-question guide?
We want to make it as simple as possible. So you can call us at 770-280-1488. All you have to do is tell the representative that you're looking for our 20-question guide. You can also go to our homepage, retireatlradio.com. You can send us a note there. Just let us know you're looking for the guide. We don't need your email address. You don't have to create an account. You know, it's not protected by some kind of paywall. This is something we want to provide to you for free so that you can know, am I getting value for the fees that I'm paying? It's complimentary, created by us here at the Vincent Financial Group. Again, 770-280-1488. Ask for the guide, or you can go to retireatlradio.com.
770-280-1488. or online at retireatlradio.com. And join us for Retire ATL every Sunday right here on WSB.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions.
2 houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical on paper, but one had an orchard sign and it sold for a lot more. So what gives? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. The first seller went the trad route. Agent, open houses, price drops, long size, and eventually they gave in and settled for less. The second seller, they went with Orchard. Orchard didn't just list the home, they launched it. Their local agent knew which upgrades would get attention, brought in the right team, and handled everything like a well-oiled home selling machine. Oh, And they also let the seller move first with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program. That means no showings while living in a half-packed house, no buyers judging your choice of throw pillows, just peace, quiet, and top dollar. One got stress, the other got smart. Don't settle. Sell the smart way with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, Purdue Fresh boneless chicken breasts are on sale. Select varieties or buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
I think it's funny that I was debating with myself my age during that story. And then I said, it was 1984, Gary Hart. Obviously, I was 20 in 1984. Shouldn't have been that difficult for me to pin that down. And one more thing on this kind of conversation that we're having about the political discourse in this country and how absurd it's become and quite frankly, to me, just to me, not that it matters to you, embarrassing to me. And there's a good example today. I was going through my news aggregators looking for some prep for the show, and I come across this. Paxton versus Bad Bunny.
Oh, yeah, this is great.
What's this guy's name? Ken Paxton?
Ken
He's the
Paxton
Attorney General of
Texas,
Texas, right?
yes.
I think is he running for governor?
I believe he is, because Abbott's about to be done with his term.
Paxton versus Bad Bunny. Culture clash explodes ahead of Super Bowl 60. So he went on to denounce the decision to have Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny headline the show. He said, "Why can't we get Jason Aldean to bring some patriotism?"
Jason Aldean. Get out of here.
Well, whatever. You know, he's
talented,
trying to get elected. But the fact that it's just like, will you just shut up? Like, it's the Super Bowl halftime show. If you don't like the entertainment that is being offered during that 20-minute spectacle, I don't know how many minutes there are in a year, but I know this is only going to be 20 minutes of next year. If you don't like the entertainment, then you get up, go relieve yourself, make a sandwich, open a beer, talk to a friend, and just come back into the game when the players retake the field. It really shouldn't be any more than, I love Bad Bunny, I've never heard of Bad Bunny, I can't stand Bad Bunny. And then with those three different positions, you do what you would like during the Super Bowl halftime show.
You said it's 20 minutes, right?
I believe it's 20.
Get this. We have, in a year, 525,600 minutes. I think you're going to be okay.
Ken Paxton. We're talking about 20. And it's like, what is everybody saying? What is Ken Paxton saying? Really, what he's saying is, I'm a better person than Bad Bunny. What was the open micer saying to me? Really, I don't have to go through it again. I'm a better person than you. And it's all like, oh, really? We're just, well, hey, guys, let's all just drop our pants and start measuring. Because I think I'm going to do all right in that one. Not to brag or anything, but some of us are blessed. The Super Bowl halftime show should not be part of the political conversation of the country. We had Super Bowls during Watergate. I don't remember it coming up. Matter of fact, halftime shows back then were kind of like, even for the Super Bowl, were kind of like being at a state fair. I think it was maybe better. You basically had some floats going across the field, and like you'd have like the Orange Queen or something waving.
Orange Queen?
Yeah, like, oh, the Orange Queen. If it was in Florida or something.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure.
the Orange
Well, I'm sure back then it was
Citrus Queen, like.
Back then it was probably just going between New Orleans and Miami, right?
Yeah, it was always like where the Dolphins played. And you'd get these, like, nobody even watched. It was like, okay, it's marching bands. If you didn't have a kid in one of the bands, you got up and did something else. But now we even take something like the Super Bowl halftime show and all these, who cares? They're going to tell you who plays the show. And you should have one thing that you say. Politics should have nothing to do with it. I like that act. I never heard of that act. I love that. I hate that act. What That's it. But it is these people who are destroying this country by making the halftime show political. And I'm not letting the other side off the hook. I'm not saying that people aren't put in to try to make a point and blah, blah. It's not. Everything I'm saying here applies to the entire spectrum of political thought in this country right now. It's all about winning right now, 5 minutes from now, 15 minutes from now, an hour from now, a year from now. And what it means is no one can actually just relax and have fun. It's getting to the point where it's nearly impossible to just have fun. I don't know much about Bad Bunny. You know what I'm going to do? I'll probably watch it and be like, when it's over, oh, he's overhyped, or, hey, that was better than I thought. It's got to have anything to do with my political outlook. Want to know why? Unlike many of you, I'm still a human being.
It's the Love Your Home Minute from TE Certified. Hi, it's Chris Chandler with Josh, the local owner of TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. You know Josh, that is him you see jumping out of the backs of their trucks. Welcome back, Josh. Talk to me about something you did at your house that was a real game changer that helped you love your home.
Indoor air quality. So one of the first things I did to my air conditioners was put in a UV light to capture and kill all the bacteria and things floating through my air conditioning system. I put in a high-end media filter so that would capture any dust and particulate coming through my home. UV lights are awesome. You see them in hospitals, you see them in factories, you see them in places where they make food. It's going to kill any living thing that's passing through your air conditioning.
So if you're in a home with little kids and pets, this is really something to think about.
Absolutely. I've got 3 boys and a dog, and I got a wife I want to keep happy. So I have lots of very nice filters. I have lots of UV lights, and of course I have a humidifier.
Yeah, I actually had UV lights installed at my home from TE, and it has really helped me love my home.
TE Certified, we love your home.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
You need a real vacation, one where you can truly disconnect and be present. I'm Richard with Lux and Rome Travel. I take the stress out of planning so you can focus on relaxing, enjoying, and making memories that last a lifetime. From European family adventures to luxury cruises, we design trips tailored just for you. Be present on your dream vacation with Lux and Rome. Book today at luxrome.com. That's LuxeRoam.com. That's luxrome.com.
With a long legacy of helping people live well, HealthSpring knows Medicare. As your partner, HealthSpring is committed to empowering you every step of the way. From choosing your plan to making the most of your benefits, you'll find that with a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter. So put a spring in your step with a HealthSpring Medicare plan. Find out more at healthspring.com. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story after several incidents involving Waymo's driverless cars violating traffic laws, a Georgia lawmaker says it may be time to make changes.
House Public Safety Committee Chair Clint Crow says current traffic laws present a particular challenge for dealing with driverless cars.
Because the whole idea of having traffic laws and penalties for violating them is to change behavior, to correct behavior.
But if there's no driver, who gets the penalty? That's the question Crow says state lawmakers need to consider.
To hold the right people responsible in the right way.
In a statement, Waymo says community safety remains their top priority, adding they're continuously refining their system and are looking into the recent incidents. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
85 degrees in Atlanta, cooling off into the 50s tomorrow morning. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. The Washington blame game, Democrats and Republicans pointing fingers at each other for the government shutdown.
The reason why the American people's government is shut down is because Chuck Schumer is listening to the far-left radicals in his own party because he's terrified of a primary challenge.
Vice President J.D. Vance says also that Democrats want to give health care benefits to illegal aliens. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries places the blame on the GOP.
At midnight, Donald Trump and Republicans shut the federal government down because they don't want to provide health care to working class America.
Senator Ted Cruz expects the shutdown to drag on for weeks. The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area has to lock up the visitor center and cancel all programs because of the shutdown.
Bad news for hundreds of 9-year-olds.
One of the cancellations, unfortunately, that did happen was we had hundreds of fourth graders coming this week for field trip.
Brittany Jones of the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy says there is good news. The park is accessible, including the bathrooms, but service will be limited. Jones says picnickers can help.
I would actually ask and request the public to just take it fully out with them. Go home and throw the trash away.
Only 5 staffers remain in the river park for now. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
The former state trooper and Buchanan mayor charged in a deadly speeding crash in West Georgia that killed 2 teen girls gets his sentence today.
A.J. Scott gets a 20-year term with 10 years to serve in prison. He was found guilty on 5 counts in the 2015 wreck when he was driving his patrol car at high speeds without sirens and lights and crashed into a car carrying Isabella Chinchilla and Kylie Lindsay. Both girls died. 2 other teens were injured. Scott was stoic in court throughout the sentencing hearing, but did show clear emotion when he turned to look directly at the victims' families while his lawyer read Scott's letter expressing remorse. The judge said there are no winners, only losers in this case. Scott does have 30 days to file an appeal of that sentence. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
A teenager dies in a motorcycle accident in the city of Woodstock's east parking deck. Police believe speed was a factor in the single vehicle accident. Stacy Brown with the city of Woodstock says the victim slammed into a wall.
I do know he hit the wall with the motorcycle, but I don't know if he was throwing.
The 6th floor of the parking deck remains closed until further notice. The teen victim has not yet been identified. Atlanta police arrest a woman in the death of her 7-year-old son earlier this year. 32-year-old Candace Grace is charged with second-degree murder and cruelty to children. Police say the child got his head stuck in the backseat window of a car while his mother was passed out in the front seat high on illegal drugs. Grace was arrested this week and is now in the Fulton County Jail. It is the end of an era for the Braves.
An old friend of mine and colleague told me one time, it's just like once a Brave, always a Brave. And man, that's true.
Brian Snitker announces today he will not return as manager next season. He will stay on as an advisor with the team. Snitker has been with the Braves organization for almost 5 decades, including the last 10 as manager. He led the Braves to 6 division titles during that time and the 2021 World Series. He'll be inducted into the Braves Hall of Fame next season. It is now 4:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
And starting our afternoon with a travel advisory out in Douglasville. It's a crash, I-20 eastbound before Lee Road, exit 41. Only the left lane getting by. You're stacked up from Highway 92. Highway 78, a good alternate that will get you over to Lithia Springs. Traveling up from the airport, we have a crash. It's in the left lane, I-85 northbound, Cleveland Avenue, exit number 76. Seeing those brake lights from Sylvan Road. Hero just arrived on scene, so I imagine shortly here he's going to hold all lanes to get that all to the right. We will keep you updated. Once you get past that, we got to check that ride into and through downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
And it's very slow, 75-85 northbound, beginning at University Ave, getting almost to 17th Street. 85 southbound, the heavy volume packing in at the Georgia 400 merge, stretching to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. Clear skies for this evening, cooler, drier air moving in, so overnight lows will drop to the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high 77. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning lows in the mid-50s, daytime high 78.
Right now, it's 82 in Fayetteville, 81 in Canton, and 83 in Scottsdale. More news at 4:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. But Eric, don't you understand? They're trying to indoctrinate our children. You know what, sir? Right now, your breath is indoctrinating my face. Sometimes the people that have the most, they're so intense politically. Have you noticed this, George? I don't know. They tend to have maybe not take care of the breath so much.
Oh, they're focused on politics.
Yeah, but it's not very. You're not going to influence many people by knocking them over while you're telling them.
The problem is people that are that intense often get super close to you. So
That's
when they're
right.
super close to you, then you could smell them.
How about a tic tac? Patty whack.
Seriously, if you're going to lean into me and
Yeah.
get all up my face like that, then
brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You know, just as
common decency.
Common decency. If you're going to be getting in people's grills telling how they're wrong about everything all day long, start the day by brushing your teeth. And don't forget this when you brush your teeth. Major problem, I think, sometimes. Brush the tongue. Brush the roof of your mouth. That's where they don't just brush your teeth and think that your breath is good. It's not. That's a little tip for you.
Yeah, that tongue can stank.
Woo! Nothing worse. You get caught up in a conversation with somebody and they're like pull your head back. Oh, so you're a listener. I can't.
Well, some people can't recognize.
Thank you for your support.
They can't recognize it. And it's funny, you back up like that. There have been moments where you try to make it obvious, like, I am clearly backing up, and they still get closer and closer.
Your
and closer.
breath smells like a cigarette vomited in your mouth.
Yeah, but I need to tell you this right now.
There's a lot of H's involved. All right, buddy. All right. So you had kind of a delightful. I think that you cut it off maybe a little bit too quick because I would like to have known what would have happened had you stopped down. But Jared on his morning run.
Well, today was a walk.
Oh, it's a walk.
It was a walk today. Usually I run, but today was a walk because it was so lovely.
You have to be so honest. Okay, so you're walking through the park.
Walking through the park.
And you've got your buds in your ear, and you're listening to your favorite EDM artist.
Actually, Lenny Kravitz today.
Oh, you really got turned on to Lenny Kravitz when you saw him live.
That's right, sure did.
All right, so you're walking through the park, you're bopping around to Lenny Kravitz's faux rock and roll. And
hey, come on now, that's an editorial, sir.
That was a little bit of editorial thrown in there. To me, he's like a really great actor playing the role of a rock and roll star. But that's okay. If you enjoy it, you're walking around. It's a beautiful day, and you're going through the park. And then, so there's an old hippie lady or something that's like flags you down.
Yeah, so there's
Does she have a walking stick? Was she walking slowly?
So Proctor Creek runs through the West Side Park or Shirley Clark Franklin Park, and there's a couple of bridges that go over the creek. And
can we just call it Shirley Park? Makes it a lot easier.
I agree.
Thank you. Well, here we'll just call it Shirley Park.
Shirley Park, we'll call it that. And she's walking. She's an older lady. She's got her walking stick, and she starts flagging me down. And I'm like, got my AirPods in. I'm like, okay, I take them down. And I'm like, hey, ma'am, how are you? And she's like, did you know that this is the same water that was here when the Earth started? And I'm like, yeah, it comes in cycles, ma'am. Absolutely. I did know about that. She's like, oh, you knew? And I'm like, yeah, it's the same water. Have a nice day.
And then you put the bud back in and kept on walking.
I'm like, have a great day and enjoy yourself. And she just seemed delighted that I knew that the water cycle exists.
I would have said back to her, did you know we now have drugs that will remove some of these voices in your head? I think, how old? You say old, how old?
I would say probably late 60s.
Okay.
Older than the trees.
Older than the trees and wiser than the stars.
Well, she had very friendly eyes. I'll give her that. Very friendly eyes.
Did the pupils happen to be dilated? Because sounds a little bit like, hey, man, did you know it's the same water?
I thought it was.
Well, you see how steam and then it comes back down. And, it's the same water. Yeah. It doesn't. We don't get more from outer space. It's a system.
I was delighted by her, and I'm glad that she flagged me down just to.
Do you think that she thought you were abrupt though when you put the that's right and kept on walking? These rude kids can't even have a good conversation about water.
I thought, okay, I make sure number one, if somebody flags me down and I'm in the park and I've got the AirPods in, I take the AirPods out.
Right.
I'm gonna make eye contact with you.
Yeah.
And I make sure the conversation is done.
Do you always have cash on hand in case you're being robbed?
Listen, where I am, there's none of that going on.
Okay.
I'm kind of out in I'm pioneer country over there on the west side.
Yeah, well, pioneers, that's, take a look at how things happen. There was a lot of people who didn't quite make it all the way to the west.
I'm city of Atlanta, but it's, it's developing over there.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that are changing on my side of town.
You just had a bunch of ruffians, young kids, set the woods on fire. So you're not exactly
right next to my house. Yes,
You're not exactly in the most lawful area.
No.
Because I've lived where I live for 25 years, and that's never happened near me.
There's a reason why we call it the Wild West Side. So
okay. So you might want to either not keep cash, so you can say I don't have any. What do muggers do these? I guess they just take. Like, I don't have anything. I guess the phone, right? The phone is worth something. But isn't it so easy to turn off and brick now that can they really get a lot out of the phone at this point?
I mean,
reselling?
If your Apple Pay is connected to it, I feel like they could get
You can't
into that.
get to the Apple Pay.
You can't?
No, you'd have to have the thumbprint.
What if when they stole the phone from you, it was unlocked at the time? I guess you'd have to go buy something very quickly.
I guess if you walk around and your phone never locks. But how many people do that?
I don't know. That's
if you're just robbing people. I mean, we get every 25th person has an unlocked phone. That doesn't seem like a good enterprise. I don't think you get a lot out of that.
You hire a guy to keep the phone unlocked. But hey, keep hitting it before it.
Because it used to be they would get a hold of it. They knew how to get in. And cause I had mine stolen once. I was eating lunch outside at a cafe. This guy was brilliant. He walked up. There's 4 or 5 of us. I had my phone just sitting on the table. Said, can you guys give me directions to blah, blah? And so when you give directions, your hands come up. Yeah, just go ahead. This dude swiped my phone and started running so fast. One of the other diners actually took off after him. Like, what are you going to do? Like, and then I found out that there's Homeland Security all over the city of Atlanta. Because then, like, all of a sudden, this big SUV whips around. Like, I was talking to, like, Homeland Security people. And then the real cops showed up and took a report and then gave me because they want to be smart. They don't want to tell you what they're not supposed to tell you, but with a man's eyes and attitude can tell you you're never seeing that phone again.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we're not going to, we got real crime going on now that we have to concentrate on. We're not going to go.
We filed a police report. Send this to
Yeah.
insurance if you have phone insurance.
And so back then they could turn off your location. Like you can turn off, like you could brick your phone back then. But I didn't have my phone to turn it on. So they were able to go in and get a hold of all that. But I think now, this was 15 years ago. I think now, I don't know what swiping an iPhone really does for you. I don't know how resellable they are.
I guess maybe if you wiped it clean and then it was a
well, that's the whole thing.
relatively new
I
one.
think they used to be able to do that, but I think it's more difficult to do that now.
Yeah.
Especially since the thumb, opening it with your fingerprint and things like that. I don't know.
I have had people.
Or your face. It's not even your thumb anymore. It's your face.
I have had people ask for, at least in the park near me, which is weird. I've had people ask for Venmo, Chime, and Cash
These
App
are homeless
before.
people?
Yeah, homeless
The
people.
unhoused. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the unhoused. I have had people ask for.
They had a
those.
house. Just somebody came along and
They
picked
done
it up.
stole it.
Like a helicopter. Picked it up and they woke up and the house was gone. They were what is the cheapest phone? Like $350?
Probably.
What is the cheapest phone? Like $350?
Probably something like that.
I mean, the government doesn't still give them out, do they?
I don't think so.
And then there's the service plans. So you got to pay for the service. It's a very weird, strange time that we live in. Like uncanny valley. Homeless people don't have homes, but they have phones and they have service.
Got any crypto?
Yeah,
I take
something.
Bitcoin.
Asking for $5 too, and I'm like,
we're specifically saying five. Well, inflation.
That was aggressive.
Inflation is going to affect everybody.
Yeah, it was
a quarter doesn't go as far as it used to.
And I remember telling him, I'm like, I'm literally just, I'm in my gym shorts and my I guess my shirt, and I'm like, I don't really know how I can help you, buddy.
Yeah. Well, you can help me by
using that phone of yours.
Using that phone and giving me some money. For some, I mean, I want something to be done about the homeless, because out of empathy, But man, when you see somebody who's just so very young, it's like, wouldn't it be easier to just go get a job than stand in the sun all day long? Now, I guess maybe they have certain personality quirks that maybe you don't want them at the counter.
You know that the water has been here forever?
Yeah. Seriously.
You may not be the type of person who could hold down a job at Dairy Queen or whatever, McDonald's, Burger King. But those jobs are out there. But I guess they're all messed up on drugs, right? Is it the drugs?
The kid that I saw that asked for the Chime app, specifically most recently did not look like he was on drugs, and I don't think the lady that I met this morning, I don't think she was.
So I think if you're homeless, you shouldn't have any idea what the Chime app is. That's what I think. Like you shouldn't have one foot just inside of like meme culture
Seriously.
and the internet, and as I'm giving you money, you're talking to me about what Alex Jones said on his podcast. Like it seems like isn't the homeless thing means I'm outside of the mainstream. Let's say hello to someone who is definitely well within the mainstream. Alex Williams. Alex says there's a crash, unfortunately, on I-20 East in Douglasville.
Hey, good afternoon, Eric and gang. Yeah, we are watching this live on the Jam Cam, I-20 eastbound before Lee Road, exit 41. It had been in 2 right lanes. That meant only a left lane was getting by, but right now they had the entire I-20 eastbound lanes shut down as they try to deal with this crash. Red alert, 20 eastbound in Douglasville. Best way around it, head north of there and use Highway 78 as an alternate. All lanes just reopened near the airport. Crash cleared, 85 northbound in Cleveland Avenue, and all lanes blocked and reopened, 85 northbound in Midtown north of 17th Street. Hero got a stall off to the right there, but that's why you're feeling the extra pressure starting back at University Avenue. Checking the ride at northeast of town on I-85 and 985, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And 85 northbound is slow just before I-285, making your way to Beaver Ruin Road. And some better news on I-985 southbound just past Friendship Road, exit 8. Crash now off to the left, and those delays are starting to improve. And this report is sponsored by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples, that was easy. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When news breaks,
the A's are 55 and the A's are 45.
We've got it covered.
Funding to run the federal government has just expired and the government shutdown is beginning.
Tune in often for the latest.
National Budget Office estimates federal furlough payments could cost about $400 million a day.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
Fall is a busy time and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and move when you're ready. Mark Spain Real Estate has more than 13,000 five-star reviews, so you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
October is here, and this is a perfect month for home comfort. Dave Baker for Coolray Heating and Cooling. See, in October, it'll still get plenty warm during the day, but it will get cool at night. So with the purchase of a complete Carrier system, Coolray's offering up to $2,250 back in rebates and free installation. That's heat, cool, and free installation. Get a jump start on keeping your home comfortable. Book your appointment online today at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Check out this great deal on select Lay's potato chips. They're on sale now. 4 bags for only $10 with your card when you buy 4. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. I recently had 2 sets of customers who had vastly different stories. One had purchased elsewhere 3 years ago and spent $5,000. and the other had purchased from OMF 12 years ago and spent $1,000. The difference? Our customer's mattress lasted 4 times longer and cost them 5 times less. Don't waste money on overpriced, overhyped mattresses. Visit the Original Mattress Factory for unbeatable quality and value. Sleep better, longer, for less.
Hey, if you're bringing some friends over to tailgate this fall or cook out or having the family for Thanksgiving later, do what I've just done and call Wise Guys Pro Wash. They've gotten my house and driveway, my patio spotless, even the wooden gates out back. They even cleaned the roof, and I didn't even have to be there. The crew used the top equipment in the industry in their soft wash and kept my home safe and damage-free. You call them. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash at wiseguysprowash.com.
Just like one's taste in music, every home is unique. That's why Mama Bear and I chose Scana Energies, our natural gas provider. They have options to fit your home's needs. But since you're busy, I'll help you find the right music for now. Maybe a little country or smooth jazz. Oh, yeah. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/warm for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
This kind of goes along with what we've been talking about today. So it's a big story that Jimmy Kimmel appeared on Colbert's show and Colbert appeared on Kimmel's show.
Oh, I got a package for that if you want it.
I don't know, I guess. I mean, why? There is no... It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. Because just like I was talking about the guy Paxton in Texas who doesn't like that Bad Bunny's going to be the halftime show at the Super Bowl. They're like, shut up, you snowflake Republican. Go get a sandwich. Go talk to somebody. Grab a beer. Come back when the game starts again in the third quarter. Knock it off. Politicizing everything in life. It shouldn't be a surprise because we live in a world where Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert, they don't see each other as competitors. They're on the same team. Political evangelists spreading the good word and respecting one another. That, well, you're spreading the good word to other people. And like, this would be a whole hell of a lot more fun if you guys would compete with each other, get the best writers, try to be the funniest on a night by night. But no, they're not competitors. They're two people, one who's going to lose his show, the other one who almost just lost his show, who want to get together and commiserate. And also maybe lend some credence to the idea that they're media martyrs of some kind. The whole point of the show is current events make me laugh. But they don't see each other as competitors. If they did, late night television would be better because people would be competing for you and doing that by trying to be the most possibly entertaining that they can. And I know there's nobody here with me today that was alive in these times. But there's no imagining Johnny Carson appearing on Dick Cavett or Joan Rivers. He wanted to crush them. He would never do one thing that would throw them a lifeline that would appear to be any sort of endorsement. They were his competitors, and on a nightly basis, he wanted to crush them. Are they almost close to signing that really great writer that everybody wants? Johnny gets on the phone, pay him double. These are my competitors. I want to crush them. And your viewing experience would be better if things were still the same. If you had these three people late night and they're just doing everything they can to undercut the other.
Hey, maybe Fallon is doing that.
Talent.
Maybe Fallon is doing that.
Oh, by not being a part of this?
By not being part of this.
I'd like to give him that benefit of a doubt, but I'm not going to. He has certainly done stuff with them, the same kind of vein, same kind of way. So, I don't know. Why would you be interested in Kimmel on Colbert or Colbert on Kimmel? I don't get it. I don't get it. But hey, if that's what you call entertainment, enjoy. All I could say is enjoy yourself.
Both were cracking jokes on the president.
Oh yeah, they're both fighting the good fight. They're not competitors. They're fighting the good fight. They're martyrs. Say hello to Alex Williams. I thought we already did say hello. Well, see what you've done.
I messed up.
Once again, you've made me look like a fool.
Say hello again.
Hello again, Alex Williams. Alex says there's a red alert on I-20 in Douglasville.
Hello to you, sir. Yeah, we are watching this right now. I think it's just going to be a short-term one. They're trying to untangle this pickup truck and a tractor trailer, but nonetheless, all lanes remain shut down. 20 eastbound before Lee Road, exit 41. Delays stretch back to Chapel Hill Road in Douglasville. Highway 78 is a good alternate. It's also causing I-20 westbound with onlooker delays to slow almost back toward Riverside Parkway. Again, no lanes blocked westbound, just that onlooker delay. And if you're traveling 675 southbound toward the Stockbridge area, crash just moved all to the right, just south of Ellenwood. All lanes are open there. How's I-20 looking over into Cobb County, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, 20 eastbound, it's slow as you leave I-285, making your way past Panola Road. And westbound rides, you're free and clear of delays, leaving Lithonia, getting to the perimeter, I-285. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Linda here with another satisfied patient with a great story to tell you about Atlanta Vision Institute. Lisa had the laser optics procedure. Why did you choose Atlanta Vision Institute?
Well, I'd been wearing contacts or glasses for the last 50 years and decided one day that I'd had enough. I have an active lifestyle and the glasses just were getting in the way.
Now, after the procedure with Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute, what were the results like?
It was amazing. I could see the highway signs from far away, and I was able to thread the needle on my sewing machine without any help.
Nobody can do that. That's amazing. Folks, if you feel like you're at your wit's end with your vision, why don't you go see Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute? Go to 2020atlanta.com and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure. Go to 2020atlanta.com.
In St. Pete Clearwater, you can chill by the crystal clear Gulf.
And stroll downtown St. Pete's galleries and murals.
And hang with the locals at a fishing pier.
And escape to secluded white sand beaches.
Secluded, huh?
Yeah, and they're spectacular.
And then grab a sandwich at the Grouper Capital of the World.
And maybe a nightcap at a rooftop bar with sunset views.
Okay, in St. Pete Clearwater, you'll find just what you're looking for.
And then some.
Your Florida escape begins at visitspc.com.
2 decades on the pitcher's mound? Man, were those some special times. But now, the wear and tear has caught up with me. My shoulders, knees, and elbows still remind me of every inning I ever threw. And like a lot of you, I don't want surgery. The long recovery and no guarantees it'll even work just isn't the answer. That's why I've turned to QC Kinetics right here in Atlanta. Their regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to calm the inflammation, help you heal, and restore your joints. No surgery, no harmful drugs, just real relief that gets you back to doing the things you love. As for me, I'm handing my aches and pains over to the team at QC Kinetics because they know how to deliver relief the natural way. They've got my trust, and they can help you too.
Call QC Kinetics today to schedule your free consultation. That's QC Kinetics, restoring your quality of life without surgery. Call 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026.
Here's a money-saving pro tip to keep your heating system running efficiently and avoid costly breakdowns. For just $29, you can schedule your fall checkup with TE-certified electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling. Chris Chandler here. Don't miss this exclusive new customer offer. Just $29 for a TE-certified fall checkup. Hurry, offer ends October 31st.
TE-certified, we love your home.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Nelson Exteriors. Our top local story, speed kills.
Confirming just what we already know. That speed kills.
That's the message today from a Carroll County prosecutor as a former state trooper and West Georgia mayor is sentenced for a high-speed crash that killed 2 teen girls 10 years ago. A.J. Scott, the ex-mayor of Buchanan, sentenced to 20 years with 10 to serve. It appears speed is a factor in a deadly motorcycle accident involving a teenager in a Woodstock parking deck.
The motorcycle was the only vehicle involved in the accident on the 6th floor of the City Center's East parking deck. A 19-year-old killed. Stacey Brown with the City of Woodstock Park says 911 was called at the scene just before 8 Tuesday night.
So when they arrived, they saw where friends of the 19-year-old male were rendering aid.
She says it's not clear what was going on before the teen crashed that motorcycle into a parking deck wall. The investigation is ongoing. The teen's name has not yet been released. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
85 degrees in Atlanta, sunny and breezy tomorrow. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Recent incidents involving Waymo's driverless cars violating traffic laws lead to questions for Georgia lawmakers. House Public Safety Committee Chairman Clint Crow says there's an issue with the current traffic laws.
Because the whole idea of having traffic laws and penalties for violating them is to change behavior, to correct behavior.
Waymo says community safety remains their top priority and says they continuously refine their systems and are looking into these recent incidents. No progress in ending the government shutdown today. Both parties are blaming each other for the shutdown. Senator Ted Cruz expects it to last for several weeks. The government shutdown has an impact on operations at popular Metro Atlanta parks. Brittany Jones with the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy says you still can use the park.
The park itself will be open and accessible, meaning the trails will be open, the parking lots are going to be open, the bathrooms are going to be open.
But all operations and programs are suspended and the visitor center is closed. Bathrooms remain open, but they will not be cleaned or regularly restocked. A new honor for former President Jimmy Carter today on what would have been his 101st birthday.
Saying the late former president personified the best of America, Postal Service officials unveiled the nation's newest Forever stamp, which honors America's 39th president. Postal Service Executive Vice President Tom Marshall says,
"It is our hope that this stamp will serve as a reminder that one person, guided by principle and empowered by compassion, can indeed change the world."
His grandson Jason Carter appreciates the recognition.
It's a great honor for my family and all of us.
The stamp is on sale now. At the Carter Center, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A game changer in trauma care in Clayton County.
Clayton County paramedics will now have the ability to administer whole blood in emergency situations.
In partnership with Southern Regional Medical Center, who will serve as our dedicated blood bank, we will now be providing whole blood actually to patients and visitors of the county.
Fire Chief Tim Sweat says their research shows many lives could be saved.
It will definitely make a difference in this community. There's no other way to look at it. Definitely will save lives.
Units on both sides of the county will carry the whole blood. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook will be allowed to remain on the job for now. The Supreme Court announces today it will hear arguments in the case of her firing in January. President Trump urged the High Court to allow him to fire Cook immediately. He moved to let her go in August over mortgage fraud allegations. Cook sued Trump in August over her firing. Construction on a new pedestrian bridge at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport is causing some temporary changes beginning today.
Taxi operations and shuttles at the Atlanta airport are being relocated to the west curb. The shift affects taxis, local and regional shuttles, and flight crew shuttles. The new pedestrian bridge will connect the Aviation Administration Center to the Ground Transportation Center. The relocation continues through mid-November.
WSB Cheryl Castro reports ground transportation staff will be available to help direct passengers. Famed primatologist Jane Goodall has died at the age of 91. She started her research on chimpanzees in the wild in 1960, and through observation was able to prove that primates display a bunch of similar behaviors like humans. She died of natural causes. It is now 4:34. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
Still dealing with this red alert right now out in Douglasville, Bill. All lanes shut down trying to untangle this crash. 20 eastbound before Lee Road exit 41. No traffic getting through, and it has cooked the ride back to Chapel Hill Road in Douglasville. Also slowing the westbound ride. Those delays start back at Riverside Parkway. Avoid it all. Use Highway 78 Veterans Memorial Highway as your alternate. If you're traveling I-20 eastbound into DeKalb County, seeing those brake lights from 285 to Panola Road. And heads up on Highway 124, that's Rockbridge Road at South Rockbridge Road. Crash right in the middle of the intersection, causing delays in both directions. Watching the brake light battle through downtown, it's Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, and it's very slow, 75-85 northbound, seeing you start to slow right at Langford Parkway, making your way around the Grady Hospital curve. Southbound rides are slow before the downtown merge stretching to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Clear skies tonight as cool, dry air moves in. Lows tonight in the mid to upper 50s. Tomorrow, sunny skies, breezy. The east wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Daytime high 77. Friday, partly cloudy. Morning low 56. Afternoon high 78.
Right now it's 84 in Brookhaven, 82 in Powder Springs, and 83 in Union City. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest all-cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
My name is Maria. Okay, I lied, it's Mary. But I'm feeling more European after my European-style holiday on MSC Cruises. The restaurants, nightlife and shops in La Galleria, and of course, American touches like a sports bar and water slides. Bellissimo. Okay, this is a problem.
Book now starting from $229, plus kids sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
We've all got one, and there's never just one thing on it. Your home improvement to-do list. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus. The Plus covers everything on your list. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, the owner of Painting Plus. We do it all, and we do it right. Trust the Plus family of businesses for everything on your list.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
With a long legacy of helping people live well, HealthSpring knows Medicare. As your partner, HealthSpring is committed to empowering you every step of the way. From choosing your plan to making the most of your benefits, you'll find that with a Medicare partner you trust, life gets lighter. So put a spring in your step with a HealthSpring Medicare plan. Find out more at healthspring.com. HealthSpring products and services are provided exclusively by or through operating subsidiaries of Healthcare Service Corporation, a mutual legal reserve company.
What was that, Eric?
I'm going to keep that to myself. Some things are not for the general public. All right, here's the big BS story of the day.
It's a great story.
There's nothing but BS stories. There's nothing great about this story other than this guy figured out a way to get an NIL deal. I love when you read a story and then what the story is all about doesn't appear until like the second to last paragraph. That the guy has an NIL deal with Aspercream. So he does. I don't know why you find that so funny, but he has a name, image, and likeness deal with Aspercream.
That's correct. It's like the way you're saying it, Aspercream.
It's Aspercream, for heaven's sakes. College football player, this is the BS headline for the BS story. College football player, 58, defies odds in pursuit of playing an NCAA game. Let me blow this up because my old man eyes can't. Okay, college football player Tom Celo, I guess.
That's correct.
Is defying the odds in his quest to demonstrate that it's never too late to chase your dreams. This is from News Nation. At 58 years old, Celo is a freshman defensive lineman for the Division III Lycoming College Warriors in his hometown of Williamsburg, Pennsylvania. Isn't that where they have the Little League
World Series?
World
yes.
Series.
Mm-hmm.
He aims to become the oldest player to appear in an NCAA college football game since 2009. By the way, he won't be the oldest that appeared because the guy in 2009, I believe, was like 71 or
61
70.
by Tom Thompson. Tom Thompson.
Okay, I remember him. He was good.
Hell of a quarterback.
Celo stands at an imposing 6 feet, 227 pounds, and is a powerlifting champion, having broken the International Powerlifting Association world record, blah, 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 in the 55 to 59 age group. Once you start getting into those age groups, like, okay, you're the best power lifter of people who are 58. It's something. It's something.
Do you get a medal? Yes.
Yeah, you do. But I mean, should it be right there in the middle of your wall when people walk in? Should it be the first thing they see? I'm not so sure. However, if you've lifted more than anybody else alive or dead, that's a medal. That's a different medal. Am I right? That's a different medal. There's a little bit of participation thing going on here. In high school, this guy played basketball and signed up to play football, but quit immediately after he started drinking. He says, I started doing things at 15 years old that I probably shouldn't have had at that age, and it set me on a different path in life. He struggled with drugs and alcohol for much of his young adult life, but then he turned it around. He became an athlete. Last week, The Athletic reported that Silo signed, here it comes. The only thing about this story that is not BS, because basically they say if he plays one snap, he'll become the oldest player to appear since that
Tom Thompson.
Tom Thompson. Good man.
Loved him.
Last week, The Athletic reported that Silo signed a name, image, and likeness deal with Aspercream, making him the oldest college football player to sign an NIL deal.
And he's Division III signing it too, which is wild.
It's not wild. It's called a stunt. And I will say this, I can't make an allegation, but I will say that I would be surprised to find that the school doesn't get some sort of reward out of this as well, because they have to let a person who is going to not do well on one play for one play. Now, they'll probably do it when there's a minute left in the game, so it doesn't really have a whole hell of a lot to do with the outcome.
Teams.
Something. They put him on the field for one play. He becomes the oldest player with the NIL. And that's the story. And then they can do commercials. Hey, I'm the oldest player in NCAA, and I use Aspercream. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that this idea originated at the headquarters of Aspercream. Some bright advertising exec stood up at a meeting and said, I had an idea last night. We got a lot of people are just staying in shape a lot longer than they used to. If we could find somebody who could break some sort of record being the oldest person with an NIL deal in college, and then and that'll be cool. I'll bet you they found this guy rather than him finding them. Maybe either way, it's a stunt. And that's fine. But it's just yet another story where I'm reading. Oh, the story's almost over. Oh, here's the truth. Oh, here's what's actually going on. Why does the media want you to get excited that a 58-year-old player, he's going to play one snap? That doesn't make him a player. That doesn't make you a player. Ask somebody who dreamed of being in the NFL and just recently played one snap in preseason, and now he's out doing normal work like the rest. Ask him if he feels like a player. You're not a player because you do one snap. I'm not against this.
I'd be jealous. If I were 18 years old in the locker room and I'm like, hey, Aspercream guy over here. What the hell? I better get some of that money. I need some money. I need that Aspercream money.
I play for the Lions, them Warriors too.
Yeah.
Whatever they are. The Lions. What are they?
They're the Lycoming College Warriors.
Yeah, I play for them too. Yeah, one guy on that team has an NIL deal.
Yeah, it's very uncommon to have a NIL deal with a Division III team. Very uncommon.
Of course, because this is not real. That's my point. Yeah. It hasn't changed. It's uncommon still because it hasn't changed. What's changed here is a 90s morning show radio stunt style. They're doing a stunt. And it's fine. It's good. It's even fun. I just don't understand why media, just like the headline, oh my goodness, this is happening and it's a real thing. It's not a real thing.
Pretty soon it'll be Aspercream Field.
It's sure, but you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised to find the school somehow is getting rewarded somehow in the midst of all of this.
I think they should bring Tom Thompson back. Again, he was 61 when he played in 2009, so he's got to be, 80?
He may not be with us. Don't get too fancy and funny.
I'll check. I'll see if he's still with us.
Let's see if Tom Thompson, the great athlete from 2009, is still with us. And if he is, where's his NIL?
And where's Aspercream? What's going on here?
Aspercream just looked the other way when it came to Tom Thompson, didn't they? They didn't want to hear that name. Like, we're all about this guy, Silo. This will probably be a national campaign. I would imagine. It's a good campaign, right?
Asper Cream's aged aspirations.
Well, introducing whatever his name is, Sillo. So
Tom Sillo.
There's your BS story for the day. Now, I wish him the best of luck. And the whole thing kind of sounds fun to me.
Maybe he'll be
But why does News Nation under their oh no, the breaking news was not this. Thankfully, there was breaking news at the top. Jane Goodall died. Do you know who Jane Goodall is?
I do. That's the lady that spent. She was the biologist that spent time with the gorillas.
I believe it was she the one that was. No, she's not the one from Gorillas in the Mist. I think she was before that. Jane Goodall, I've heard her name all my life.
Yeah.
But since I'm not really into gorillas, I don't know a whole hell of a lot about her. But 91, that's a good run. I guess she did good things.
Sure did.
Rest in peace, Jane Goodall. Another one, another aging, wonderful person who never got an NIL deal, I will point out. And I think she deserved one. Alex Williams says 20 eastbound is still shut down in Douglasville.
Yeah, I'm feeling for these people on the West Freeway right now, Eric. 20 eastbound, the brake lights start all the way back at Highway 5, exit 34, all due to the red alert crash. 20 eastbound is completely shut down between Highway 92, exit 37, and Lee Road, exit 41. Westbound onlooker delays causing that ride to slow back into Cobb County. Avoid it all. Use Highway 78, Veterans Memorial Highway, just north of I-20 there on the west side. If you're trying to get down to I-20 on 285, west and southbound delay is going to take you about 45 minutes to get there, starting from Ashford Dunwoody Road through that brake light battle around to I-20, the West Freeway. How's 285, the inner loop, looking into Cobb County, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, it's very slow. 285 east to south, slow leaving Sandy Springs, beginning at Georgia Corner, getting into Clarkston past Memorial Drive. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It pays to have the WSB radio app. Download it today and get ready for the Blitz.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 chances every weekday to win $1,000.
Oh, that is awesome.
Are you serious? The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
Your next chance to win is at 5 p.m. from 95.5 WSB.
Download the WSB radio app now.
This is Scott Slade, and nothing takes the place of time when it comes to spotting problems with your health, especially cancer. The earlier, the better. That's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging's LDCT body scan can be invaluable, giving you more time for you and your loved ones to take charge of your health. They can detect tumors as early as precancerous virtually anywhere in your body, and aneurysms you may not even know are there. Due to overwhelming demand for a limited time, their $995 core body scan offer has been extended. It's a $2,495 value. Early detection saves lives, and now it's more affordable than ever. Virtual Imaging has gotten such great response to this offer that they've opened up more times in both offices, but appointments will fill up fast, so don't wait. Some minimum requirements may apply. Early detection is your best protection. To schedule your virtual imaging $995 core body scan, call 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-SCAN. Or make an appointment by visiting their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
At Ameris Bank, we know that it's never just business when it's your business. I'm Brian Parks, head of commercial banking in Atlanta for Ameris Bank. Whether your business is looking to optimize cash flow, improve your payment technology, or grow more quickly, my team and I are here and ready to help with a superior level of service, smart banking technology, and local market expertise. I invite you to reach out to my team by visiting amerisbank.com/yourbusiness or a local branch near you. Ameris Bank, fiercely yours, member FDIC.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans, no appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends, so come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Well, we did the research. Tom Thompson is still with us.
Sure is.
77 years young.
He is the assistant football coach for kickers at Austin College, and that's where he broke the record. He was the kicker at 61 years old back in 2009.
All right.
And he's a motivational speaker, and he...
Okay, where's the Asperger? Well, he's making his money on the motivational speaking tour. See what he took it in 2009. I was the oldest guy, probably the same thing. They gave him one snap or something. Yeah. I was the oldest guy to play. And he's turned it, he's parlayed that into a motivational speaking thing. I want to become a motivational speaker. Don't I seem like someone who could motivate people?
Absolutely.
Sometimes I'm a little too dour, I think. I don't know how well I would do on the motivation.
It's about that energy.
You know how I am. I'm kind of moody. So like on some days I'd be all motivational. Yeah, you could do it. And then other days I'd show up and go, look, why even try?
Look, I get you.
Look at the world around you. What are you fighting for?
I get you paid me to motivate you, but not today.
I got to be honest with you, people.
This world has left you out to dry.
Yes, it's left you out to dry. Yeah, you know, you argue, you fight, you work, you bust your hump, and then what's waiting for you? Death? Come on, just have fun. Get out of here. What are you doing here? Listening to me talk to you about being motivated. First of all, if you need a motivational speaker, your problem is not motivation. Has anybody figured this out? You don't need a motivational speaker. If you're going to things where motivational speakers, your problem is something else. Probably you haven't found something that you really enjoy that you'll throw yourself into, right? And you're looking at these things, oh, that makes money. But just because something makes money doesn't mean that you're going to want to show up every day and do the things. Your problem is that if you're sitting in front of an audience and there's a motivational speaker on stage, here's one thing I know about you. Your problem is not motivation. Your problem is you haven't found something to fall in love with to do every day that will also reward you with some success. You don't need motivation for that. When you find the thing that you're good at and you enjoy doing and rewards you, you don't need motivational speakers. This is how in my life, when I found radio, which I was the worst employee. I mean, I would just get jobs for 3 months and quit, and I'd save my money. And I hated working regular jobs. This is how I knew that radio was something that I should go for, because even though I usually, would be gone after 1 or 2 or 3 months working anywhere, all of a sudden with this radio thing, I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning. I was going in early. I was getting paid nothing for the first 3 months, and I was still getting. This is the guy who can't keep a job, because I didn't. All the time that I couldn't keep a job, I didn't need motivation. I needed to find the thing that made me want to get up at 4:30 in the morning. And that's what you want. That's what you need. Now I'm becoming a motivational speaker. By downing other motivational speakers, I am giving you the hacks and hints that you need to find what it is about yourself.
I want to be an NFL quarterback.
Okay. I've seen that commercial as well. And I thought it was funny because Peyton Manning is always funny.
Yes, he is.
This is a new tenet in the Von Hessler doctrine. if you find yourself sitting in the audience watching a motivational speaker, one thing for sure is your problem is not motivation. You want to give stuff away?
I mean, I think that would conclude the motivational speech very, very well.
Motivating me to give stuff away?
Absolutely.
Is it DiStefano?
Yes, it is.
I feel like I'm being not respectful.
Well, his website does say Chris D, so he gets it.
Chris D. He's probably a little jet lagged. How far away is Riyadh? But hey, we had 2 tickets to see Chris DiStefano on Thursday, October 23rd at the Tabernacle. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says there's an investigation on I-20 in Douglas County. That means you are not going to be moving.
Yeah, it is an absolute parking lot right now, Eric. And as we speak, they're just now starting to let that left lane squeak by 20 eastbound before Lee Road exit 41. But it doesn't matter. It's still going to remain a parking lot back toward Highway 5 till we get some more lanes open here. Highway 78, Veterans Memorial Highway, the best way around that. 20 westbound on the delays got you slow as you leave a Riverside Parkway. If you're trying to make your way up 75 north in the Cobb County, not too bad. Just scattered brake lights from South Marietta Parkway up toward Chastain Road, and 575 northbound a little slow passing Highway 92 up there in the Woodstock region. We got trouble on Georgia 400 in Roswell. Kobe Dawkins.
It's Georgia 400 northbound right at Holcomb Bridge Road, exit 7. Crash blocking at least one left lane, causing long and slow rides back into Sandy Springs. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any H-System maker model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta DIY landlords, listen up. If you're exhausted from managing your rental properties all by yourself, my friends at Renters Warehouse Atlanta offering a 90-day test drive. Hire Renters Warehouse to manage your rental property for a low flat monthly fee as low as $115. If you're not satisfied at any time in the first 3 months, you can fire them. Get your management fees back. What do you get for that low flat monthly fee? A dedicated property management team, maintenance coordination, move in and move out property condition reports, advanced tenant screening with a 9-month tenant warranty, professional photography and videography, lease renewal processing and negotiations, online rent collection, monthly owner cash flow statements, and more. Renters Warehouse, so confident you'll love their service, they want to audition for your business. Choice is yours. Keep DIYing or see how Renters Warehouse can make your life easier. Start your 90-day test drive today. Go to rwatlanta.com or call 404-662-2322, 404-662-2322.
Multiple contractors and estimates for your home projects? What a hassle. Instead, trust the Plus. Painting Plus.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. We're reliable, fully licensed and insured, no muss, no fuss, trust the Plus, and leave everything on your list to us.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
You've seen them holiday decorations already up in the stores, trees, wreaths, even the big inflatables. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home's exterior looking great, and now my clean home will shine when they put up my holiday lights. They make it simple. Custom design, they provide the lights, install everything, and when the season's over, they pack and store it for me. First-time customers book by October 15th. Mention my name, Chris Chandler, and you'll get $100 off installation. Let Wise Guys Lights brighten your holidays this year.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by North Georgia Replacement Windows. Our top local story, speed kills. And there are several tragic examples in metro Atlanta. One of the survivors of the deadly crash involving teenagers in Woodstock last year responds a day after a 19-year-old is sentenced to 20 years with just one to serve in jail.
I mean, I feel like it's obvious that he deserved more. He took 2 lives from us.
Christopher Peixoto is still recovering from a traumatic brain injury and multiple fractures from the high-speed crash. His sister Stephanie recalls a conversation with a nurse who treated him.
She told me, your brother, in the most respectful way possible. He is a miracle.
She says they hope their story serves as a lesson to other teens to respect the speed limit because she says everything can change in an instant. More than a decade after a high-speed crash killed 2 teen girls, a former West Georgia mayor and state trooper gets his sentence today.
A.J. Scott expressed little emotion as Judge Erica Tissinger sentenced the now former Buchanan mayor on the 2 most serious counts.
Count 1, 10 years to serve 5. Count 2, 10 serve 5 consecutive to count 1. That is a total of 20 years to serve 10 years.
Scott was found guilty on a total of 5 counts involved in the 2015 crash that killed Kylie Lindsay and Isabella Chinchilla. He was driving his patrol car at speeds of 90 miles an hour, but did not have lights or sirens operating at the time of the crash. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
And a teenager is killed in a motorcycle crash in Woodstock this week.
Right now, they do believe speed was a contributing factor.
Stacey Brown with the city of Woodstock says the 19-year-old slammed his motorcycle into a wall in the city center's east parking deck. It is 85 degrees in Atlanta, cooling into the 50s tomorrow morning. Will the sunny weather stick around for the weekend? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. We're getting reaction today from a local industry insider about President Trump's threat to slap movies made overseas with a 100% tariff. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
Though the idea of a 100% movies tariff is getting buzz, the CEO of Georgia Entertainment says trying to tax a largely digital product is a complex undertaking. Instead, he notes the other countries luring productions away have national incentives to sweeten the pot.
In Georgia, we have a 30% incentive for productions. We feel like it's the best incentive that any state in this country has. If the federal government would lay a 10% incentive on top of that, that would be very helpful.
Since the pandemic and writers-actors strikes, in-state productions are down nearly half. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
No progress today in ending the government shutdown. Texas Senator Ted Cruz expects it to drag on.
I think in all likelihood this shutdown will run weeks.
Democrats and Republicans are blaming each other. The shutdown is likely to last until at least Friday as senators have left town in observance of the Jewish holiday Yom Kippur. The shutdown impacts popular parks here in metro Atlanta.
The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area is accessible to the public, but all operations and programs are suspended and the visitor center is closed. Bathrooms remain open, but staff is cut, according to Brittany Jones of the National Park Conservancy.
The park is going to have about 5 employees that stay on working while the rest get furloughed. So everything's just going to be stretched capacity-wise.
Field trips for hundreds of 4th graders have been canceled. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A woman is facing charges for setting a church fire in Cobb County. Aries Jordan is charged with arson and terroristic threats. Police say Jordan intentionally set the fire that burned Prayer City Eagles Chapel International Ministries in Austell. She's also accused of sending threatening text messages to the pastor. Recent incidents involving Waymo's driverless cars violating traffic laws lead to questions for Georgia lawmakers.
First of all, we're going to have to figure out who's responsible and then figure out the best way to hold them accountable.
House Public Safety Committee Chairman Clint Crow says right now traffic law enforcement is aimed at changing behavior. Waymo says community safety remains their top priority and says they continuously refine their systems and are looking into these recent incidents. It is now 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic starts with Alex Williams.
Busy Wednesday afternoon out there, Bill. We have some better news in Roswell. The crash on 400 northbound at Holcomb Ridge Road, exit 7. That has cleared, but it's still a rough ride back through Sandy Springs, leaving I-285. 75 northbound, still seeing some brake lights from the south or North Marietta Parkway as you travel up toward Highway 92 in Ackworth. Heads up, we got a crash. Traffic troopers told us about it. We see it on the jam cam. Highway 41, Cobb Parkway, pretty much shut down in both directions at Terrell Mill Road. You can use Atlanta Road, South Cobb Drive, some alternates to get you around that. We had a crash off to the left. Now the left lane is blocked up in Gwinnett County. 985 southbound past Friendship Road, Highway 13 and alternate around that. And still watching the mess on I-20 in Douglas County, Kobe Dawkins.
It's 20 eastbound before Lee Road, exit 41. Travel advisory crash continues to block 2 right lanes. Seeing tough delays back to Highway 5. Use Highway 78 as an alternate. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset around 7:20. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, breezy, high 77. The east wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning low 56, afternoon high 78. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, morning low 57, afternoon high 79. Sunday, increasing cloud cover, highs in the upper 70s.
Right now, 80 in Sandy Springs and Cumming. It's 83 in Peachtree City. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with a hearty congratulations to Alex Martinowski.
Yeah, there we go.
Of Atlanta. Won 2 tickets to see Chris DiStefano on Thursday, October 23rd at the Tabernacle. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. It is now time for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz keyword of the hour. The 5 o'clock hour keyword.
Oh, I'm ready.
Is. Stop doing that. Stop. Pull your pants up. You can believe this guy?
Crazy.
Well,
I'm eligible to win, right?
He's like, well, nobody can see us. Well, yeah, but you still have to be professional.
I'm eligible to win, right?
You are absolutely eligible to win. Everybody who works here is, no, it's the other way around. You're not. So pull your pants up, put your hands down.
Dang it.
This hour's keyword is house. House. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win $1,000. Again, that keyword is House. House. Use it in a sentence. I really like that show, House.
And going way
I was
back
gonna
there.
say.
Yeah, huh?
Like Gregory House, unconventional in his ways, but he's the smartest in the room.
It was just another way to have a Sherlock Holmes series. You realize that, right? This is not something the House was Sherlock Holmes.
Aren't they rebooting it now?
House?
I feel like I saw a reboot for it. Maybe I'm crazy. It was only on streamers, so.
But most people don't. I don't know if people realize that House was Sherlock Holmes. It's just another way of doing Sherlock Holmes. He was a drug addict who used deduction to, figure out mysteries
And CGI.
And well, yes,
CGI.
There was a
to
lot
explain
of,
it to the audience.
Well, that's exactly. I couldn't watch House. I really liked House. But I'm somebody who, if I hear about a condition and then suddenly I feel like I have that condition, and when they would do those CGI things that would show the thing going through your body, racing to your heart, I don't need that in my mind.
It's a killer liver snail.
Don't need to know about the killer liver snail.
I was watching it in Greece when I was in Greece earlier this year because there wasn't much on TV. They had Netflix, and Netflix in different countries has different shows. I don't think you can get House here on Netflix, but I started watching it for the first time. I had seen episodes here and there, but it's the same exact thing. Every episode opens with somebody falling down and almost dying, and every affliction.
A lot of these shows,
it's like, oh, it's me. It's going to happen now.
Yeah, a lot of shows have these openings that are always the same, like Law and Order, which I haven't seen in a long time. My favorite scene of every Law and Order is at the beginning. So first, obviously, somebody finds the body, right? But I mean, the first real scene, when the investigators show up, and they're always talking to somebody who won't stop doing their job while they're answering the questions. So it'll be something like he's loading something into a truck, like that's his job, and he doesn't stop it. Well, when did you last see the? I don't know, man. He's throwing stuff on the truck. Beep. Yeah, exactly. It's always the same thing. So I know
he's busy.
He's busy.
The garbage man has a schedule to keep.
That's right. And listen, he wants to be helpful, but he's got hungry mouths to feed back home, so he can't take time off.
But in real life, the garbage man, at least in New York, would milk that time because he'd get into overtime. He'd get time and a half or double time. And talking to the cops is a very good excuse to get to that part.
I thought when you said in real life, you were going to talk about a marginal actor who got a big role, who thinks that this is going to be the thing that sends them to Hollywood and be the next George Clooney. And, had an appearance
think
on
they-
that new Full House once, but that was about it.
I always appreciate the actors who know better, who do get those roles and they realize, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was cool I got to do that, but it doesn't.
Do a lot of them do stage work in New York? Like if they're not on the Law and Orders and stuff, do they get little off-Broadway work or something?
Well, I think a lot of those bit parts in Law and Order are already stage people, so that's their main job. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
that's where they go to find them, right? Probably. I
Yeah.
mean, they do shoot it in New York, right?
Yes.
I would think so. Listen, I was so dumb. I thought they shot Seinfeld in New York. So
well,
until I found out that no, they just have a New York street in California and they shoot it there. So
most shows are like that. Law and Order is one of the few that would still shoot in New
at least
York.
the outside scenes. I don't know where they shoot the inside scenes, but they shoot the outside scenes in New York.
Probably in the Silver Cup Studios, I think.
Oh, look at that.
Which is in Queens.
Oh, look at that. Well, that would be their biggest client, I'll bet. Law and Order.
Well, there was a time when a lot of sitcoms were shot there, and you can't talk about the Cosby Show anymore, but that was shot in New York.
Really?
Even though it was a sitcom.
We can talk about the show. The show didn't do anything
No,
wrong.
shh. I don't want to hear the name.
But you think about all the other, I've always thought about all the other actors on that show that maybe didn't get a whole lot going on after that show, but they do get the residuals. Before this thing came down with Cosby, that show was everywhere in syndication, everywhere. And they must have been just, talk about, it's good mailbox money, I guess. You were on this show
the
many
check
years ago,
stopped.
and all of a sudden, all of that stopped. And they didn't
Could
have
they
anything
sue
to do
him
with
for
it.
that?
I don't
Not that
think
you'd
so.
get the money, I
No,
guess.
I don't
but
think so. I don't think so.
It was a loss of income because of his actions.
I know, but it was his actions over like 60 years. It wasn't like he went out and robbed a bank. And you go, hey, that's something you can point to. He was doing it while you were working with him.
I see that the Cosby Show has landed on the little-known streamer Philo.
Philo. I've heard of Philo.
You have? Okay.
I mean, I've heard of them. I don't.
They're free, right?
To me, like Hulu is a bridge too far. Even though my wife knows about it because she's on every streamer. But to me, in my brain, you're like Hulu is on the fringes, and I know in reality it's not. It's right there in the mainstream. It's doing better probably than Paramount Plus or those kind of things.
I don't know. Hulu's about to get eaten up by Disney Plus, so they
bought
merged
them,
together.
right?
Yeah, so now it's going to be part of Disney Plus. I think Paramount now with
I'm just going to get my kids to teach me how to pirate everything. It's too much. It's too much to try to keep up with all of this. I saw a story where, so on YouTube TV, which I have, just like all cable things, they have trouble with the channel. They don't want to pay as much.
Yeah,
as the
cutting
channel
the
wants.
deals.
And then
it was like NBC this time, right?
Yeah. So well, on YouTube TV, it was one of the, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's not something that I watch, but I got an email. And as part of the email, they also explained that starting today, this station will not be available on YouTube TV, and any programs that you have saved from that channel will go away as well. Which I just thought was like, that's a wild, I'm not saying I get it. I understand why you had that and they own that. And so YouTube TV can't have that. But it's a weird world we live in. Like, well, I got this show saved. I'm going to go watch it. And then some kind of, oh, no, it's not there anymore.
Because they were fighting each other.
Yeah.
Their greed. NBC was one of them. They reached a short-term agreement. Nobody knows for how long. It just kind of delayed it.
Yeah. Something's going on today. Something is going off of YouTube TV today because I got the email.
It seems like YouTube TV has had the most feuds recently.
Well, I think that's because of their size. This happens with cable. Back when cable, the YouTube TV types are kind of taking over. That's the closest thing to cable. When you have like a YouTube TV or one of their competitors.
I use Sling, for example.
Univision.
Right, yeah. It's Univision.
It's
Univision.
And Telemundo.
Yeah, so I don't use those. But if you had, if there's a show that you like and oh boy, it's been 3 weeks, I haven't, those are gone. Everything's rented now. It's a different world that we live in. I'm becoming one of these people. Everybody's talking about going back to physical media. And in some ways, like my wife told me, because we have grandkids, remember that whole thing happened with the Cat in the Hat where they were trying to say, something in it was culturally bad or something, and they were going to change it.
A couple of things with Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
Because apparently he was problematic.
Well, he was not a nice person, but that's neither here nor there, really. The stories, a 4-year-old doesn't know what the adult was like. Who cares? But my wife immediately said, because we have grandkids, we're buying that whole set. We're buying that whole set because then it's our set and nobody can come in and change the words or take one book out
Roald Dahl's like that now.
Oh, yeah,
the
because he
books
was
have
like...
changed, and you've got to go and buy the set from the 90s or
Yeah,
something.
right, exactly, because they'll keep changing them. And then with Amazon, even if you buy things on Amazon, they can take them away. And I don't think they have to reimburse you. So here's the problem. Here's the dilemma for me. I'm at that age where you start offloading. I'm trying to have less stuff, But now if I all of a sudden have to decide, I'm going to be buying Blu-rays again and all that, now I'm going the wrong direction in my early 60s by surrounding myself with more things. So maybe I should just say, it's not that important. If the show I like suddenly isn't there, I'll do something else.
I put books in that category. I think books are important. Unlike on physical media, it's going to move to different streamers and stuff, but overall you can access it.
But I like to buy books too because the same thing happens on Kindle apparently, and sometimes it's very small things.
Yeah, that's why I think you should have a physical copy.
Like you'll if you have a book on Kindle, and all of a sudden they make a movie out of that book, you'll go back and notice that the cover of the book changed. They changed the book that you bought and put the new cover that promotes the movie. And that may seem like a small thing, but if I want the book, I buy the book. Guess what? Nobody's changing the cover. And that's just the beginning. Changing the cover.
And the covers were usually, the covers were usually better before the celebrity's face was plastered all over it. And as
also,
you were about to say, they changed the content, and you don't even know.
And there's nothing worse. They should never do that. They should never put an actor's face on the cover of a book, because then you always see that character as that actor, whether you've seen the movie or not. And the great thing about books, one of the great things about books, fiction, is that I can read the book, Jerry can read the book, George can read the book, Greg can read the book.
I can't read.
Well, if you could read, you could read the book. It would be available to you.
Yes.
And each of us will have a slightly different look for the main characters. And we probably wouldn't even be able to explain to each other what that is. But if you I remember when I read The World According to Garp, and Robin Williams' face was on the cover. So I was like, it was Robin Williams the whole time.
Oh, my gosh.
I have no idea what that character would have looked like in my mind if that wouldn't have been on the cover.
With Lord of the Rings, I totally relate with before seeing the movies with Tolkien's movies that came out. I had a totally different look for Legolas and Gimli, the dwarf and stuff. I'm like, that's not what I pictured at all.
I got to go back and watch those movies. People tell me those movies are great.
Yeah.
I saw the first one, but I was tired, and I walked out thinking that was the most exciting, boring movie.
They're
I've
a little
ever seen.
long.
Yeah, a little long. But enough people say they're great that I should give them a chance. Alex Williams is checking the slow ride downtown.
And we're going to add some insult to injury here, Eric, because now we have a crash where it's already slow. This is 7585 northbound University Avenue, exit 244. It sits in the second right lane. You're jammed up from Langford Parkway. Not going to improve once you get past that because it's going to take you another 20 minutes to get up toward the Freedom Parkway area. Southbound, you're looking at least a half hour, maybe just over that, close to 35 minutes from Lennox Road out of Buckhead down to that slow I-20 interchange. And our traffic troopers just told us about new trouble up in heading into Suwanee, 85 northbound at past Old Peachtree Road, exit number 109. It's a stall knocking out the second right lane. Delays back toward Highway 316. Still monitoring the trouble on I-20 in Douglas County, Kobe Dawkins.
And some better news, 20 eastbound before Lee Road, exit 41. Crash cleanup just now blocking one right lane. Still seeing delays back to Highway 5. You can avoid that by taking Highway 78 as an alternate. And this report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage. For a limited time, get 60% off and free UPS shipping at rapidradios.com. Use code RADIO for an extra 5% off. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When news breaks,
lawmakers try to reach a funding agreement amid this continuing government shutdown.
We've got it covered.
The White House has also threatened mass firings at some federal agencies.
Tune in often for the latest.
I worry about my mortgage or rent being paid, getting food, putting gas in my vehicle, buying medication.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
Hey, I have got an exclusive, money-saving, $29 offer to keep your family safe and warm. Hey, it's Chris Chandler for TE Certified Electrical, Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. After my fall checkup, I have total peace of mind, and you can too. New TE Certified customers pay just $29 for a fall checkup. But hurry, offer ends October 31st.
TE Certified, we love your home.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I'm here with Chris Hoffman, the founder of Hoffman Financial Group and host of Money Unleashed. Chris, every week on the show, we offer folks something we call the Portfolio X-Ray. I was hoping you could walk us through that process and tell us why the information it uncovers is so powerful.
Yeah, so the reason we love doing the Portfolio X-Ray for you is we do that behind the scenes. Everybody's extremely busy. Nobody wants to waste time in traffic. If you call in, we will ask you for some information via the phone. Once you've given us that information, we go to work and we put all the hours in developing the report. And I commit this to you. The Portfolio X-Ray is eye-opening. At least 90+% of the time, we can find 2 or 3 golden nuggets in there that you were not aware of that we can either change in your current portfolio mix for you. It's called a 401k optimizer. Or if we manage the assets for you, we certainly can recommend how to diversify away from some of the troubling points that are exposed during the Portfolio X-Ray. Once we've got that, then we'll have you in for your initial consultation. We will present the Portfolio X-Ray to you and walk you through the high points of it. And that's a document that you get to take with you. It's like getting a financial physical. So how many of you avoided going to the doctor for the annual physical last year? You do the same thing with your financial life. You ignore it. You keep pumping money into your 401k. You hope that it's going well, and I can tell you that hope is not a good investment or financial planning strategy. You need to know. So if you want to know, call us.
The Portfolio X-Ray is complimentary. Give Hoffman Financial Group a call to schedule yours today. 404-737-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
You know you want a luxurious deck, but you're feeling overwhelmed with so many options. It's enough to make your head spin. Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors. Maybe you know exactly what your dream deck looks like. We can build that. If not, we offer design help and expert guidance to create a beautiful, high-quality deck that you'll enjoy every day. Decks done differently, decks done right, with exceptional customer service at a reasonable price. Get your free estimate, Google Nelson Exteriors.
At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family owned and operated since 1982 because love deserves a legacy. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, passing through 20 master artisans before it reaches your hands. With free cleanings for life and the best financing terms in Georgia, we make every deal count. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or visit us at SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment.
Hey, if you're bringing some friends over to tailgate this fall or cook out or having the family for Thanksgiving later, do what I've just done and call Wise Guys Pro Wash. They've gotten my house and driveway, my patio spotless, even the wooden gates out back. They even cleaned the roof, and I didn't even have to be there. The crew used the top equipment in the industry in their soft wash and kept my home safe and damage-free. You call them. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash at wiseguysprowash.com.
Once again, this hour's keyword for the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz is HOUSE, house. Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win $1,000.
You use $1,000 to buy a house.
There you go. There's your sentence. Greg Russ, did I even introduce you last time around, or did we just start a conversation together? I don't even remember.
Nah, I just jumped in.
That's all right.
Because you were talking about Gregory House.
And your name's Greg, and you have a house. So it all made sense. I see.
I don't own a house.
No, not anymore. You did.
I did.
Cranberryville. Cabbagetown. That's right. Cranberryville. I didn't like it.
What?
I got it mixed up. Didn't they used to have a cranberry factory there?
No, they built the bags that cotton was transported in.
I get it, and that is
You have to have factories for everything. It's weird.
I can't
think
believe
about paperweight factories.
My favorite
works in a factory.
My favorite is the pencil factory.
That's a useful
Dad works
tool.
at the pencil factory. Yeah, it is a useful tool. Absolutely.
They've turned those into the one here in Atlanta is now lofts now, loft apartments.
Yeah, and that's where he used to live. He used to live right down the street from there. So listen, Greg, I don't know if you've seen the story, but I have something to say about it, so I'll bring it up. NBC News, an asteroid might be heading for the moon. Should we nuke it?
As a test?
Well,
I think as a test, sure, let's try it.
I kind of there. Now, I don't think blowing these things up is a good idea. I think we have the technology to divert them if we get to them early enough. Now, this is the same thing that they said had like a 2% chance of hitting Earth, and then they recalibrated it. I guess it's in 2032.
That's right.
And it's not good. They don't think it's going to hit it doesn't even have that much of a chance.
It's only a 4% chance of hitting the moon now.
Now, 4% chance, which is, I say take advantage of these things. This is what we need to be doing, because one day we may find ourselves in a little bit of a jackpot with a rock out there that's going to come end everything. Why not use this as a thing? Say, hey, how far? This little practice run, reps.
I agree. But then they split it, and
Yeah.
half hits us.
No, you don't split it. You don't split it. They have.
We
there's
miscalculated.
There's ways. There's ways to change its trajectory and move it out a little bit. And I think that we should be working on that. Maybe with other nations. Oh, no, we could never do that. Well, okay, then if we want to have clout in the 21st century moving forward, maybe we're the country that saved the world because we had the technology to move the big rock. There are other ways besides nonstop war to have influence in this world. Did you know that? Most people didn't know that.
Doesn't make that much money, though.
Yeah, but everybody would love the United States if we saved the world from the big space rock. Alex Williams says there's lots of brake lights on 75 in Marietta.
Yeah, we're watching them scattered about the whole way on I-75 and northbound from Delk Road all the way up to Highway 92 in Ackworth. Really actually worse on 575 northbound. You jam up from Barrett Parkway passing Highway 92 in the Woodstock area. Town Lake Parkway all jammed up. Might have some traffic light issues right at the Buckhead Crossing interchange. We'll check on that. And a crash still working on Highway 41 Cobb Parkway at Terrell Mill Road. Police are directing traffic around that. 400 northbound still slow out of Sandy Springs, but that earlier crash is long gone in Roswell before Holcomb Bridge Road exit 7. What's it looking like on I-85 toward Gwinnett County, Kobe Dawkins?
Well, it's slow. 85 northbound beginning of Shallowford Road. Make your way through I-285, and that brake lights remain as you pass Beaver Ruin Road. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Aaron back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow. It's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
Having trouble getting in to see the doctor? Wait no longer. All Care is here. All Care is expert immediate care and primary care under a single roof, offering convenience and continuity for your healthcare needs at 15 Atlanta area locations. And best of all, we are fully staffed and ready for you when you need us. Same-day appointments are available and walk-ins are welcomed. Or schedule an appointment at allcare-ga.com. Say goodbye to waiting to see the doctor and say hello to All Care, a proud member of the Piedmont Integrated Network Clinic.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News, weather,
Traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller and Son Jewelers. Our top story, the government shutdown has an impact on operations at popular Metro Atlanta parks. Brittany Jones with the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy says the park is part of the shutdown.
The park's operations are shut down. That means the visitor center is closed. Any park programming that was scheduled will be canceled.
The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area does remain accessible to the public. Bathrooms remain open, but they will not be cleaned or regularly restocked. It is now 86 degrees in Atlanta. Get ready for breezy conditions and cooler tomorrow. Does the cooling trend last into the end of the week? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Speed kills.
Confirming just what we already know. Speed kills.
That is the message today from a Carroll County prosecutor as a former state trooper and West Georgia mayor is sentenced for a high-speed crash that killed 2 teenage girls 10 years ago. A.J. Scott, the ex-mayor of Buchanan, is sentenced to 20 years with 10 to serve. A Woodstock teenager is dead following a motorcycle crash in a parking deck.
When emergency crews arrived on the 6th floor of the city center's east parking deck, they saw friends of the 19-year-old trying to help. I asked Woodstock's Stacy Brown if they knew what the teens were doing before the crash or what may have caused it.
That's not clear at this time. Woodstock Police Department is conducting an investigation into the circumstances of the incident. Right now, they do believe speed was a contributing factor, though.
She says the motorcycle slammed into the wall of the parking deck. The teen's name has not yet been released. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
After recent incidents involving Waymo's driverless vehicles violating traffic laws, some say it is time to make changes to state laws.
From blocking intersections to driving around a stopped school bus, House Public Safety Committee Chair Clint Crow says he's concerned by what he's seeing and thinks changes are necessary.
We're really going to have to rethink how we enforce our traffic laws.
He says right now enforcement is focused on changing behavior, but when there's no driver, the question of who gets penalized remains open.
And so we're really going to need to kind of get ahead of it pretty quick.
In a statement, Waymo says community safety remains their top priority, adding they continuously refine their systems and are looking into the recent incidents. Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A new tool in emergency care in Clayton County.
Clayton County Emergency Services has been working on a plan for a couple of years to provide whole blood to trauma patients, and now a blood bank partner is in place and training is complete. Clayton County Fire Chief Tim Sweat.
We are now live in the field and have that life-saving measure in place, which is a total game changer for the citizens and the visitors of this county should they find themselves in need of medical attention where whole blood could potentially save their life.
Sweat says background work indicates whole blood could save up to 100 lives a year. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
Famed primatologist Jane Goodall has died at the age of 91.
When Jane Goodall was a child, she read Tarzan in the garden of her English home.
That's when my dream began. I'll go to Africa, live with animals.
The adult Goodall landed a job as an assistant to famed paleoanthropologist Louis Leakey, who sent her to study chimpanzees in Tanzania.
Correspondent Deborah Rodriguez reports Goodall passed away of natural causes. On what would have been his 101st birthday, former President Jimmy Carter is honored with a new forever stamp from the U.S. Postal Service. Postal Service Executive Vice President Tom Marshall is part of a ceremony today at the Carter Center.
The President's story is one of humble beginnings leading to extraordinary service.
The stamp is now on sale. Atlanta Braves manager Brian Snitker will not return to the dugout next season. Snitker gets emotional at today's announcement.
Honestly, I never thought I'd manage one day in the major leagues, let alone 10 years.
And he led the Braves to the 2021 World Series. The 69-year-old will move to an advisory role with the team. He's been with the Braves organization for 49 years. It is now 5:34, and this news is sponsored by Findlay Roofing. Time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins now with Alex Williams.
And we are watching brake lights on I-20, the West Freeway right now, Bill. It slows from 285 out to Thornton Road, exit 44 in Lithia Springs. That eastbound crash in Douglasville, 20 eastbound, before Lee Road, exit 41, still working in the right lane. So that's why you're seeing the brake lights back toward Highway 5. Inside the perimeter, 20 eastbound jams up through West Atlanta, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive to the downtown connector. And with a look at that ride through downtown, it's Kobe Dawkins.
75-85 northbound, seeing long and slow rides beginning at Langford Parkway, getting past Peachtree Pine Street. 85 southbound, the heavy volume packing in at the George 400 merge, and 75 south, seeing the brake lights start at Morris Mill Road, both of those getting to I-20. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening, sunset around 7:20. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, breezy, high 77, the east wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning low 56, afternoon high 78. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, morning low 57, afternoon high 79. Sunday, increasing cloud cover, highs in the upper 70s.
Right now it's 82 in Roswell, 84 in Stockbridge, 83 in Cartersville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
By executive order from Rufus, the Findlay Roofing Chief Barking Officer, they're rolling over. Rolling out a $1,000 discount on your Findlay roof replacement. Hey, it's Dave Baker for the only roofer I answer the door for, Findlay Roofing, the roof guys. Stop repairing the leaks and dragging your feet. Now is the best time to replace that old, leaky, haunted roof and save 1,000 bones. Findlay has replaced over 65,000 roofs locally. That's no trick. It's just high-quality work, upfront pricing, and exceptional service. Findlay goes the distance. They're the extra effort experts, making sure you have a remarkable roof replacement experience. Findlay also has 0% financing available, and for a limited time, you can save $1,000 on your roof replacement. Hurry, you need to shake on this deal by Halloween. Schedule your free roof analysis at FindlayRoofing.com.
Don't let a DUI conviction cost you your career. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family owned and operated since 1982 because love deserves a legacy. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, passing through 20 master artisans before it reaches your hands. With free cleanings for life and the best financing terms in Georgia, we make every deal count. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg, or visit us at SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment.
You've seen them, holiday decorations already up in the stores, trees, wreaths, even the big inflatables. I'm Chris Chandler. Wise Guys Pro Wash keeps my home's exterior looking great, and now my clean home will shine when they put up my holiday lights. They make it simple. Custom design, they provide the lights, install everything, and when the season's over, they pack and store it for me. First-time customers book by October 15th. Mention my name, Chris Chandler, and you'll get $100 off installation. Let Wise Guys Lights brighten your holidays this year.
All right, Gregory, you have a story from Studio B1 you might want to favor us with?
Sure. Bill Burr is defending his performance in Saudi Arabia. They're just like us, he says, the people in Saudi Arabia.
Well, he may be right about the people. People are people all over the world. Cultural differences, but I think that's kind of like saying something but not really addressing the point. The people who showed up to watch the shows, maybe. Or as I read the article, it was more like when he was just like in between shows, just hanging out, going to stores, going to restaurants. And I think that's...
Well, there was like Starbucks and Chili's, and they got a lot of his jokes that he thought that he wouldn't get, and he felt a genuine connection with the audience. And again, I don't think you've already said it. That's not what people are arguing against.
Nobody's saying that people of Saudi Arabia should never be allowed to laugh. It's kind of addressing, but he did choose. Now, he claims all they said was ultimately they had a bunch of rules of things you couldn't say. There was pushback from the comedians. It ended up being what? You couldn't make fun of the culture. You couldn't make fun of the religion or the royal family. And basically said that's all. Those were the only two rules. But they are rules. Now, comedians, they play different rooms, and there are different rules. But So it's not the first time. But what I would ask Bill Burr is, does that mean you're going to come back here and you're never going to make any jokes about religion or the Trump administration? And my guess is those go out the window when he comes back to America, and he's going to go back to, I have free speech and I can make money any way that I want. I don't know. They all made
there's
the bag.
something hypocritical with Bill Burr because he's so vocal, and he's pretty left these days. But the human rights issues that happen in Saudi Arabia, it's hypocritical for him to just overlook that and say, "Oh, I'm going to take their money. I'm going to go over there and deliver some jokes."
Some people say they have slaves. I think maybe it's more appropriate to say they have indentured servitude. Quite a bit of that. When they build all these stadiums and they do, you want to talk about a gap between the rich and the poor. You go to some place like that, the people who build those buildings and the resorts and the people who go to the buildings and resorts. And, they get people from other countries and stuff, and they're it's indentured servitude. You can't get out. You can't do anything. You don't have the same rights as people around you.
That was eye-opening when I traveled to Dubai. My aunt and uncle lived there for a little while, and I went for 2 weeks, and seeing some of I guess they're not called indentured servants, but seeing the working class building these giant high-rises in Dubai.
They're not the working class over there.
No,
they
not.
They truly, a lot of them come from outside the country.
It was really sad and eye-opening.
Because I think in Saudi
They don't
Arabia,
even have places to live. Usually, I think they're in their, like during the World Cup.
No, they
when
put
were
them in.
building
No,
those
they
stadiums.
house them in these awful, just like 8 people to a dorm room kind of situation, and they have no rights. And there's not an OSHA making sure that everybody puts on a hard hat before they enter the work zone. They don't have, fall off a building and die, get another one. It's that kind of thing. And all of that stuff is off limits. They could say, don't make fun of religion, don't make fun of the royal family, but they could also say, in a way, that's making fun of the royal family. Ultimately, the royal family runs the country. So whatever you're making fun of in the country, you're kind of making fun of what the royal family has said, And so it just doesn't seem to make... just Bill Burr should do what Tim Dillon did and say, the reason I accepted it was because it was a lot of money, and it was enough money to look the other way. Now, he got kicked off, and again, people need to understand that that's kind of his act. That's kind of his sense of humor. So because of what he said, he put it on the map. People are mad at him, but he put it on the map. And that's what everybody of these people should say. Although Dave Chappelle's smart. He ain't going to say nothing. And he's going to pop up in 2 years with a Netflix special, and nobody's going to remember.
Who else was there? Louis C.K. went.
Louis C.K., a lot of big names.
Kevin Hart, Pete Davidson, Aziz Ansari, Whitney Cummings.
Pete went.
Yeah, sure did.
What is his act like? I've never seen his actual.
He does stand up. I didn't even know he did stand up. Listen, I cannot get over the visual of you, which looks like something from the Summer of Love. Greg Rush is. I don't know if you've seen the way that your visual looks right now.
Light reflecting off, off the lens.
It's like, wait out, man. Okay, there you are.
There's Greg.
Now you're
the sun's setting. I didn't know that.
It was kind of cool.
Glare.
It looked like the very end of the movie, and the credits were about to run. It looked pretty cool. So I don't know what to say. They did it. They took the bag. Is it going to affect anybody's career? I don't think so. And as I said yesterday, we're all swimming in Saudi Arabian money. We can get up on our high horse all we want, but they own such a large portion of so many different companies that we deal with all the time. I mentioned yesterday, Visa. Big names that we all deal with. So we can wag our finger and say, you shouldn't have done that, but we're all beneficiaries in this country of sovereign wealth fund money. That's just a fact. So it just seems like a little hypocritical from comedians who thrive on free speech. But then again, a bunch of those gave that up during the pandemic anyway. Remember all those comedians? You should do exactly what the government says. Wow, that's hilarious. That
That's
actually
right.
is hilarious.
Bill Burr was one of those people. The other people on that list didn't really jump on that wagon. I don't feel like Louis C.K. He was canceled at the time anyway, so he wasn't saying much in 2020.
Yeah, for the
But
most
that's
part.
why Bill Burr, to me, is the most hypocritical of them all.
Yeah, I agree. Louis C.K., I think would be interesting for him to be asked about it because I think he's always willing to talk. I really have admiration for Louis C.K.'s the second part of his career because, he got scandalized. He deserved, it wasn't cool what he was doing, and he paid for it. he himself has said he lost something like $30 million. He
that
paid
movie
for
was
it.
never released.
Yeah, he paid.
Did he release it on his own?
He
No, 'cause
released
he
a
didn't have the
movie on
rights.
his own. Yeah. But anyway, he paid for it in those terms, and then after that, he did a few interviews where he talked about it. He did kind of have a little bit of an apology thing that went on, but then after that, basically, his point of view was, if you never come to see me again or buy any product that I put out because you're so disgusted about the scandal, that's cool. It seems to me like, well, that's cool. That's fine. But I'm not going to allow that to keep me from doing my life's work. So I'm just going to continue to do my work, and anybody who wants to enjoy it is welcome to enjoy it. But he doesn't take any time to condemn anybody who says, no, I'm sorry. It's a very kind of, it's the coolest way that I've seen one of these kind of things go down, where somebody's at the peak, they get scandalized, and it's America, so you do come back. But he didn't come back on some reality show. Like, he didn't come back as a C-lister
kept
trying
chugging.
to. He just kept doing what Louis C.K. does, which is great stand-up comedy. And I guess it's his attitude toward it, which is like, it's cool if you're not with me anymore, that's cool. But I'm going to keep.
He could do that. Comedians can do that. Actors depend on other people to hire them.
Sure.
So there is a problem.
Well,
where
he
they
do
may
have
want
to be.
come back.
I think in the beginning, didn't Louis C.K. get a little, when the first people who started booking him again, there were the idiots online who made a little bit of noise.
happened.
I think that one or two of them didn't work out, but then it was just like, no, there's this many seats in the room. We told the public that Louis C.K. was going to be here, and all those seats sold out. So at that point, effectively, it doesn't matter what they're saying online. But I think there was some bumpiness in the beginning. I just appreciate his attitude. He owns up to it, and then he says, but I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. If you want to be a part of that, you can be. If not, that's cool. Alex
And then
Williams.
he won the Grammy.
What's
for the
that?
Best, and then he won the Grammy for the best comedy album in 2022.
Is that true? I did not know he had been.
He's releasing a novel now too.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
He's a thinker. Listen, that show Louis was very funny, but it wasn't just funny. It had levels and it had thought, and I miss it actually. I mean, it would probably be done now anyway, but there were going to be a few more seasons, I would imagine. Alex Williams says 285 is slow through Tucker.
Yeah, luckily no crashes in the way right now, Eric. Just all brake lights, 285 southbound. You're jammed up, leaving I-85 down to Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway. You actually slow before that back at the Georgia 400 area in Sandy Springs. So you're going to be on the brakes, 285 east and south between Sandy Springs, Tucker, and Clarkston. The outer loop, 285 westbound, stacks in from Ashford Dunwoody Road over to Riverside Drive, then sluggish both ways, 285 north and south between the West Freeway and the Smyrna Vinings region. Southside perimeter, 285 eastbound. We're seeing some brake lights leaving 675 passing Flat Shoals. Got a few trouble spots on I-75 south of the city, Kobe Dawkins.
And travel advisory, 75 northbound just past Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. Fire cleanup, blocking 2 right lanes. You can avoid the delays by taking Highway 42 as an alternate. And also 75 southbound near Central Avenue, exit 239. You're working with the stall. It blocks the second right lane, causing delays getting to I-285. From the Coolray Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
More local news.
While seen at a Covington Walmart after an employee.
More traffic.
85 south out of Brookhaven, crowded beginning past Claremont.
More weather.
The Sunnyside community may have been impacted by this tornado.
Atlanta's morning news. Tomorrow morning
This
at
is
5.
a complicated, controversial subject.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, it's Chris Chandler. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can receive the strongest cash offer in the industry and move when you're ready. Mark Spain Real Estate has more than 13,000 5-star reviews, so you can trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
The 28th annual Motul Petit Le Mans returns to Michelin Raceway Road, Atlanta, October 8th through the 11th for 4 days of world-class sports car endurance racing and fan activities. Don't miss the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship season finale, the Fox Factory 120, and 4 additional race series throughout the weekend. Witness the best racing teams and drivers in the world, like BMW, Lamborghini, Lexus, Ferrari, Porsche, Audi, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Kids 12 and under getting free. Get yours at roadatlanta.com.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
This is Scott Slade. When it comes to your engagement ring, there's only one place I'd recommend. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, known for exceptional standards, craftsmanship, and legendary customer service. Tara's passion runs through every design they craft. Engagement rings you'll be proud to gift, cherish, and wear for a lifetime. You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. When it comes to your promise of forever, only a Tara diamond will do. Tara, specializing in diamonds of absolute beauty and legendary customer service since 1985.
We're having a party and you're invited. Join Centerwell Senior Primary Care for our free grand opening party. Come meet our care team and tour the new center. Plus, food, music, games, and more. Celebrate with Centerwell Woodstock on Thursday, October 16th at the corner of Bells Ferry Road and Eagle Drive from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Learn more at CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. That's CometoCenterwellGeorgia.com. We'll see you soon.
I've been forecasting sunshine for you for 40 years. Hi, it's meteorologist Glenn Burns, and now I'm excited with the sunshine inside my home. It's bigger and brighter thanks to my Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows from North Georgia Replacement Windows. They're not big and bulky like vinyl composite windows. Fiberglass is stronger with narrower frames that brighten your home with more daylight and bigger views.
Infinity from Marvin Replacement Windows, yeah!
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with MediShare, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about MediShare, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And MediShare works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Too much praise there. Too much praise.
Too much. It was fun at first, but then there's just too much.
Yeah, you can't love everybody.
We're talking about Pat McAfee. He didn't want you to know that. But once I tell people
the mics
this,
are on. Oops.
No, it was great with McAfee at first because all those sports shows were looking for the hot takes, and the hot takes were quite often negative, and it was like, hey, that quarterback's trash, and and talking down players and all of that kind of stuff just to get like a viral thing going or whatever. And McAfee was a breath of fresh air because his point of view was, I played this game. I love this game. I love these people. I'm going to celebrate the game. And I do think that's still a good thing. But you can't do a hype video for every single guest.
No.
Or everybody can't be the greatest thing that ever. And it's kind of gotten to that point.
Yeah, I find him much more enjoyable on College Game Day now than his own show.
Yeah, because you like to see him
When Jared's
shirtless.
saying this,
What's that?
when Jared's talking about someone being too positive, then
that's when you know they have stepped over the positivity line.
Have you listened to me lately? I am not Mr. all positive.
Oh, are you turning?
Everything.
Oh, you
It's not that
turning?
I'm turning on things.
Oh,
It's
what's the matter?
just being honest about
I
things.
tell you what, that
Reality's
life.
setting in.
He's been married 4 or 5 years, and I want to have a baby. I don't know if we're quite ready. What if I want to give up
yes.
my life?
Believe me, the crossroads that I'm in life right now, where half the friends have kids and half of them don't have kids. Believe me.
Well, your wife would probably like to have, if you're going to have a couple of kids, she'd like to not be on the nest when she's 43.
Well,
so she'd like to get it done.
Perks of having a younger wife is that, thankfully, even though I'm 36, she's younger than I am.
I know, but she's still, was she 33 or something?
Yeah, she's 33.
Okay, they start feeling that biological clock
Believe
starts
me,
ticking.
yeah, she has got baby fever.
Okay, so that's what you're like, I'm not going to be able to go to Bonnaroo. That's what your
I
brain.
got Halloween at the end of the month.
Oh my goodness! Well, she's not going to have a baby by the end of the month. What's Halloween?
Halloween is remember we talked about
Is that
this?
what we do? Hula hoops and.
No, it's the band. I actually got some great listeners actually explained this. So one of the founders of String Cheese Incident came from another band like Hula something, and created this festival down in North Central Florida.
Is it a Halloween thing?
It's a Halloween festival.
And are you going there for Halloween?
I'm only doing 2 days, but yes,
You get to wear a costume every day.
See how, of course he will. You see how he was still like a child. Like, I'm being responsible. I'm only going for 2 days.
That's right, only 2 days at the end of the month.
I'm not going to give in to my wife's cry to become an adult couple. But I will only be there 2 days. Is she going to be there with you?
She will be.
She hates it, by the way.
She loves it.
She hates camping with you at these.
No, she loves it.
No, she doesn't. She hates it.
Loves it.
She hates it. I would love to get her in here. A little lie detector test, a little truth serum. I think your wife hates staying in tents at music festivals.
I can tell you, she definitely likes the stay-at-home festivals better, where you sleep in your own bed.
Yeah.
But she does. I mean, the group that we go with is awesome, so we always have a good
She's
time.
growing up.
Maybe you
She's
could have a
growing
Halloween
up, becoming
baby.
an adult.
Halloween baby.
Oh, there we go.
Hey,
Yes,
if
that's
you
just
had to
what
choose,
Yes.
if you had to choose between your wife and the music festivals, either or, what would you choose,
Jared,
Jared?
for the rest of your life, you can never go to another music festival again.
My wife.
I like the fact that was quick. You didn't even have to think about it.
Of course, I love music festivals, but part of the reason
But you
why
love your wife more.
But part of the reason why I love music festivals is because her and I bond over music together. So it's one of our favorite things to do together.
Right. Yeah. I think Jared loves all those new Disney songs. He
Yeah.
loves those songs from those Disney programs that she's in love with. But that's why they bond. They bond over what is that called? Encito and what?
Encanto.
Encanto. Well,
Encito.
I'm not a creep. I'm an old man who's never seen the Disney program because I'm not a creep. All right, Greg Russ, I think we got to let you go.
Yep, I got to go.
All right, well, you're going to come back, I don't know, like next Monday?
Whenever.
Yeah.
Friday. We still
Friday.
What
That's
are you
right.
talking about?
That's right. We got Friday.
You've lost your mind, Eric.
I almost canceled you. Well, what if Tim
You could
can't
have
come
called
in
me today
tomorrow?
at 2:30 and said, "Where are you? I need you."
You know what? Halfway through the show, I kind of remembered that, and it just didn't occur to me. Also, I like the challenge, Greg Russ. We talk about how the show is improvised, so I find out 10 minutes beforehand we got a bit of a skeleton crew, and I went to George and I said, "You better start doing impressions very quickly." All right, Greg. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you on Friday, or maybe tomorrow. Alex Williams has better news on 75 in Stockbridge.
Yeah, that earlier vehicle fire, 75 northbound, just north of Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224. They got everything put out, and all lanes are back open, so those delays leaving Jonesboro Road will start to improve. If you're taking 75 southbound, you still got to stall in Hateville in the second right lane before you get down to I-285. And we're also watching brake lights on Georgia 400 northbound out of Sandy Springs. Still in the recovery mode from I-285, making your way past Northridge. We had that earlier crash right around the Chattahoochee River. They put everything into slow motion, so still trying to get better there. Watching I-75 and 575, it's Kobe Dawkins.
75 northbound, you're on and off the brakes as you pass Delk Road, getting into Kennesaw to Chastain Road. 575 northbound, you're slow, leaving 75, getting into Woodstock. And speaking of Woodstock, Town Lake Parkway at Buckhead Crossing, traffic lights are out, so treat that as a four-way stop. And traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, maker, model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Here's a money-saving pro tip to keep your heating system running efficiently and avoid costly breakdowns. For just $29, you can schedule your fall checkup with TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Chris Chandler here. Don't miss this exclusive new customer offer. Just $29 for a TE Certified fall checkup. Hurry, offer ends October 31st.
TE certified, we love your home.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how retailers become constantly connecting must-visit shops. How restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat ready with Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with our reliable business internet. Plus, stay connected when you add Wi-Fi backup for just $35 a month. And ask about a $400 prepaid card on a qualifying gig bundle. Call today. Restrictions apply. Wireless Connect requires business internet for additional monthly charge. Taxes and other fees extra. Prepaid card offer ends 11/16/25.
This is Mike Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers.
And this is Jonathan Geller. And Dad, you ever think we're too honest in our commercials?
What do you mean?
Like telling people we've got the best prices in Atlanta.
It all comes down to the best jewelry at the best prices.
Maybe that's why folks have trusted us since 1939.
Exactly.
In Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
Cue the jingle.
Affordable jewelry for everyone is at D. Geller & Son.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, a message to teen drivers. The survivors of a deadly crash involving teens in Cherokee County hopes his story might have other teens think twice about speeding.
A 19-year-old driver's decision to go 90 miles per hour left Christopher Peixoto with a traumatic brain injury and multiple fractures, but he thinks having a strong body before the crash helps with his recovery.
But now I have therapy almost every day.
His sister Stephanie says they're glad the driver will at least spend some time behind bars, and it's a reminder for other teen drivers.
It's like having a gun in your hand, and you have to really be careful on what you do outside in the road and to respect the speed limit.
She says life can change in a matter of seconds, just as it did for their family. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
82 degrees in Atlanta, dropping into the 50s tomorrow morning. Will it be a sunny weekend to come? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. The former state trooper and Buchanan mayor charged in a deadly speeding crash in West Georgia that killed 2 teenage girls gets his sentence today.
A.J. Scott gets a 20-year term with 10 years to serve in prison. He was found guilty on 5 counts in the 2015 wreck when he was driving his patrol car at high speeds without sirens and lights and crashed into a car carrying Isabella Chinchilla and Kylie Lindsay. Both girls died. 2 other teens were injured. Scott was stoic in court throughout the sentencing hearing, but did show clear emotion when he turned to look directly at the victims' families while his lawyer read Scott's letter expressing remorse. The judge said there are no winners, only losers in this case. Scott does have 30 days to file an appeal of that sentence. Graham Carroll, 95.5 WSB.
A teenager dies in a motorcycle accident in the city of Woodstock's east parking deck. Police believe speed was a factor in the single vehicle accident. Stacy Brown with the city of Woodstock says the victim slammed into a wall.
I do know he hit the wall with the motorcycle, but I don't know if he was thrown.
The 6th floor of the parking deck remains closed until further notice. The teen has not yet been identified. There's no progress today in ending the government shutdown, and it's impacting things here in Metro Atlanta. The Chattahoochee River National Recreation Area has to lock up the visitor center and cancel all programs because of the shutdown.
Bad news for hundreds of 9-year-olds.
One of the cancellations, unfortunately, that did happen was we had hundreds of 4th graders coming this week for field trip.
Brittany Jones of the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy says there is good news. The park is accessible, including the bathrooms, but service will be limited. Jones says picnickers can help.
I would actually ask and request the public to just take it fully out with them. Go home and throw the trash away.
Only 5 staffers remain in the river park for now. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
A leader in Georgia's film industry is buzzing about President Trump's renewed threat to put a 100% tariff on foreign-made films brought to the U.S.
Impractical and challenging to enforce. That's how Georgia Entertainment CEO Randy Davidson describes slapping a tariff on movies made overseas. Davidson says industry folks have imagined how that would play out for the fans.
Going to buy your movie, there is a board that has films made overseas that are $40 and the films that are made in the U.S. that are $15, or whatever. Because in the end, the consumer pays for the tariffs.
He says a better idea is a federal incentive like other countries have. Davidson says on top of state tax breaks like Georgia's 30%, that would be very attractive. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta police arrest a woman in the death of her 7-year-old son earlier this year. 32-year-old Candace Grace is charged with second-degree murder and cruelty to children. Police say the child got his head stuck in the backseat window of a car while his mother was passed out in the front seat high on illegal drugs. Grace was arrested this week and is now in the Fulton County Jail. Recent incidents involving Waymo's driverless cars violating traffic laws in Georgia lead to questions for Georgia lawmakers. House Public Safety Safety Committee Chairman Clint Crow says there's an issue with the current traffic laws.
Because the whole idea of having traffic laws and penalties for violating them is to change behavior, to correct behavior.
Waymo says community safety remains their top priority and says they continuously refine their systems and are looking into these recent incidents. It is now 6:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Didn't need this downtown, Bill. 2 separate crashes. I believe it's 2, but they're within about 100 yards of each other, both in the center lane, 75-85 southbound, adjacent to Grady Hospital, right before you get to I-20 exit 247, and it's just adding to what's already a slow ride from the 85-400 merge. 75 southbound brake lights find you before Howell Mill Road. Traveling 75-85 northbound, that is a slow one as well. University Avenue, making your way up past Peachtree, Pine Street. Checking the ride on I-85 toward Gwinnett County, it's Kobe Dawkins.
And 85 northbound remains slow, beginning at Chamblee Tucker Road, getting to Beaver Ruin Road, and then the brake lights find you again once you pass Sugarloaf Parkway, getting to I-985. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official plumber of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening, sunset around 7:20. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, breezy, high 77, the east wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning low 56, afternoon high 78. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, morning low 57, afternoon high 79. Sunday, increasing cloud cover, highs in the upper 70s.
Right now it's 80 in Canton, 83 in Decatur, 82 in Covington. More news at 6:30, breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
That's right, Caiaccio, loud and proud. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now.
Caiaccio has the power. He could hold up 3 fingers. He could hold up 2 fingers.
I know. We can't go. We cannot go into the 4th hour if Caiaccio. 5. 6. This guy's trying to work me like a dog. And he's upset about it. I'm glad about your attitude this week, Caiaccio. He wasn't happy on Saturday. I know that. But you know what? You're a pro. You're a pro. He came in.
Guy rocks Georgia attire every day.
He sure does. And the things he says about Alabama when he is not on the mic are not family friendly.
Let's see.
All right.
Not a fan of elephants.
Dr. Joe is just working on my feet. He's bringing feeling back into my feet.
Yeah, I was wondering why when I walked in here, he just popped out from behind the counter.
Yeah, he was working on my feet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
His
feet.
Okay.
It's totally his feet. Yeah.
I haven't told people. I think it's like for the last few years, I've been kind of like losing a little bit of feeling, like in the pause part, you know. And I always knew that it wasn't something deadly. First of all, it's been going on for a long time, and my feet never turned purple and blew up or anything like that. It was just like a little deadness there. And last week, I asked Dr. Joe, is there anything to do? In the last 2 weeks, all of a sudden, I'm getting feeling back in my feet, man.
Brought him right back to life, huh?
They're coming right back. Those dogs, those old dogs.
Oof, they're barking,
They're coming
baby.
up. They're coming up. They're coming up roses.
Time to get back on the dance floor.
It's almost time to get out there and shake my tail feather. So, yeah, I only have one tail feather left.
At your age.
As you get older, you lose them, apparently. And this time you brought in like a gun.
I bought my activator, my adjusting tools.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, he shows up like a mechanic.
I got my tools with me.
Toolbox. He put me up on the lift.
Yep.
Changed your oil?
Changed my oil.
Hey, easy now.
That felt pretty good. That felt pretty good.
I'll do a lot for Eric, but
some people call it lube. I choose the word oil. Sometimes in your brain you have to kind of play a little movie for yourself. But I can buy this thing on Amazon or whatever.
Well, the activator you can't. Yeah, the other one was
the activator.
Percussor. Yeah, it's a little percussor thing here.
Yeah, it's that thing that athletes now all of a sudden on the sidelines in the NFL and college are always like using on their.
They're using it especially running backs.
There you go. Right there you go.
That's what you walked in on.
That was Autumn's.
She left it here for us.
Yeah.
She said, "Hey, look, there's any trouble with your feet."
Yeah.
You can take
Joe work on it. Yes.
All right. Well, Dr. Joe is here not just to heal my feet, but also to dole out a little healthful wisdom because it is Wellness Wednesday. So, what are our health and wellness stories? As if we're in that part of the USA Today. I believe that would have been the D section.
Sounds right.
Isn't that life and money?
Sounds right. I'd have to look at. It's been a long time since I've looked
Is
at.
there still a USA Today? Did they go out of business?
Yeah, I mean the website still is around,
Right,
But I don't know about
they
the
still
paper.
about the paper?
The only papers I've seen
What
at
am I going to get
hotels-
for free at hotels?
At
now?
hotels, I've seen New York Times and I've seen Wall Street Journal. I haven't seen a lot of USA
Will they
Today's.
just lay outside the door the whole time? 'Cause
You can
people
request it when you go check in. You say, "Hey, can I get a paper in the morning?" And
Oh,
they'll
that's
give it to you.
nice. Yeah, and anybody who's 75 or up does that.
That's right.
I like reading the paper. I'm
I
old school.
miss reading the papers. Were cool because, you know, you just you'd have the different sections.
Yeah.
And so, the wife's reading one section, you're reading another section.
I like getting my terrible hotel coffee, and oftentimes I always have that very uncomfortable sitting chair in most rooms, and I'll
Yeah.
sit in that chair, and Tina judges me so much because I'll drink my little coffee, and I have all the different parts of the paper.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, in a few years he'll have the
bifocals,
the reading
yeah.
glasses. You know, now.
She sees the future. Yeah,
probably.
It's not pretty.
She's like, I better get a baby out of this guy soon, because I'm not going to be attracted to him for very long.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. What do you have?
All right,
What do you have?
New research from the University of East London has found that waiting in line, though many people find it to be annoying, is actually good for you.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, it strengthens your self-control by creating a buffer between impulses and actions, right, Dr.
Well, that's
Joe?
the whole thing. We need immediate stimulation all the time that when you're waiting in line, your brain actually gets to slow down a little bit and reboot
okay.
itself, essentially. So we don't have that rebooting because we're driving. We'll listen to radio. We'll listen to WSB radio, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and when you're in line.
If you're not, you should be removed from the country.
Yeah, or the world.
Exactly.
perhaps. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the second I get out of
Of
my
course,
car,
you mean a spaceship.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's
yes.
how we're going to colonize Mars. Anyone who
That's
doesn't
right.
listen to WSB,
That's-
off to Mars with them.
Boom, boom. Get out of this world.
and even on Mars, you could still use the WSB radio app.
Well-
that's true, yeah.
Do we get credit for it?
Martians are not a demographic,
right? I don't know. So how do you feel?
Oh, absolutely. Take a break. Yeah, because I mean, I do it all the time too. You're checking emails. You're checking. I got 3 phone calls just walking in here today, and standing in line, just get a break.
I think that it's good for maturity. I know for myself, when I was younger, I had no patience. And if I was standing in line or something like that, and I thought it was due to someone's incompetence in front of me, I would just get all rattled up about that. And the more mature Eric, it's like, okay, you got to wait your turn. It's not the ideal. There's another thing I do with myself is by saying it's not the ideal.
Right.
But it's not. It's also not the end of the world.
Yeah, you'll
so just,
survive.
Yeah,
just relax.
The world will keep spinning. The sun will rise tomorrow.
Yeah.
This is 45 minutes you'd rather not have happening, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. You're going to live.
In Italian, we say aspet. Aspet means slow down, relax, take a breath.
Yeah.
Aspet.
Aspet?
Yeah, you could steal that from us. Go ahead.
It
Italians.
just sounds like you're swearing in.
Maybe we are. I don't know. Maybe we're in trouble, and my grandmother was lying to me.
It's possible.
Hey, say aspet. Yeah.
It's Dr. Joe's fault.
Hey, cancel him. Cancel thee, not me.
That's right.
What else you got?
All right, our next wellness story comes from Good Housekeeping.
Oh.
That's still around?
Believe it or
This
not.
is UK Good
online.
Housekeeping, though.
Yes, that's right. UK Good Housekeeping. So
They're not good. The UK is full of those really kind of cottagey kind of homes, and very low ceilings. Everybody's a
Lost on the roof.
lot of years of
they call
smoking.
apartments flats. Don't get it.
These
why is it
people.
flat? Yeah.
It's a good thing we fought that war. I wouldn't be one of you.
And then we help them out
Living in
now.
those places with the outhouse in the back.
Yeah.
So there was a lady last week named Maria Morea. Who lived to be 117 years old, and
God bless her soul.
She credited her healthy life and her long life to eating yogurt.
Yes.
And now a lot of people, including people over at Good Housekeeping, believe that yogurt may be the key to a long life. Right, Dr. Joe?
But
First of all, it's not good long life living. What the hell do they know about it? You should be telling me about whether there's some kind of thing that can hurt me in Lemon Pledge or something. What are they?
Hey,
Shiner Silver.
Again, UK Good Housekeeping different
I
than
guess
America.
so.
Yes.
I get. They've given up on the houses over there.
They don't care. It's shacks over there.
All right.
But the yogurt she ate 117 years ago is totally different than the yogurt eating now.
Yeah, I'm eating
so the
yogurt.
tricks-
I eat yogurt, but I know it's not
Yeah, it's
healthy.
pasteurized. The cows are fed corn and
Got
soy
sugar all
and
through
sugar,
it.
and
Yeah.
it's no. She
Yeah, it
was
makes
eating
me feel good.
Pure yogurt that was made just to keep the milk fresh.
Right.
Live bacteria, way different than what we eat now. So
Here's the problem. That stuff has no flavor. Or it has it's almost, here's the problem, is you don't want to always be eating garbage, but you also don't want every time you have a meal to be homework, and like an obligation and a duty to get through. Probably, maybe you'd feel better for the rest of your life if you're like that.
Yes.
But so many lives, our lives, and not just our culture, but all over the world, is around eating and the foods we eat.
Yes.
Like we consider the foods we eat to be part of our culture. And most of the reason that happens is because people find them to be tasty. Not because people find them to be healthy. That's what kind of whenever you go to a culture, this is their food. It's almost always like really unhealthy.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
also the food was different then. That's what they had to eat.
Yeah.
But they didn't have all the chemicals and toxins. And
Yeah.
so it's a big different world that Maria lived in and we're living in now.
Yeah.
And the yogurt we eat now it has probiotics in it, but then it's pasteurized. When you pasteurize, you kill off the probiotics.
So it effectively doesn't have.
Correct.
But then if you don't pasteurize it, can it give you something you don't want?
Well, that's why we pasteurize it. But if you're milking the cow, making your own, eating it, a couple of days like Maria was,
Right.
that's a totally different ballgame.
So milk after what, like 48 hours or something is not something you want to mess like.
Yeah.
Obviously, pasteurizing is my understanding is that basically you boil it to the point that you get all the nasty stuff out.
Right, and you
right?
kill off the good stuff too, and you change the molecular
Right.
structure of the calcium and the proteins, and that you can't break down the proteins and the calcium, and it causes allergic
Are
reactions.
you one of these people who thinks we ought to be able to have unpasteurized? I mean, it is available, but you really
Yes.
got to jump through hoops
Well-
to get it done. But everybody would have to know the rules. Now, you just mentioned
Yes.
like 100 years ago. 100 years ago, everyone knew the rules. They were living on farms. They
Right.
understood how it worked. They knew not to touch stuff after a
Mhm.
certain amount of time because they had experience. That the
Right.
great Uncle Arthur did that and he died. So
Yeah,
like
don't
we,
be like great Uncle Arthur.
Yeah, we don't have that. If you just had yogurt, then like an 8-year-old, then it's not pasteurized. If somebody didn't throw it away,
Right.
you could have trouble because we don't have the education. Really.
Correct. That is correct. They were smarter than we are.
Well, they had more life experience,
Yes.
and their experience had more to do with being outdoors, being in the elements, feeding themselves not necessarily from the local supermarket, but from the land that they lived
the
on.
goat and the cow,
I
exactly.
couldn't be further away from that. I don't trust food that my wife gets out of our own garden. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
I want it like Kroger in plastic,
yeah,
right? Yes.
yeah, like my garden. I don't know. The cat's back there going to the bathroom.
Who knows? Yeah.
It's fertilizing it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Nitrogen, yeah.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
you get-
Hey, listen, I couldn't be an astronaut. I understand that you can get the pure water out of the
urine.
And I understand all that stuff intellectually. I understand. I still couldn't go up there and drink it.
But the water plant on Roswell Road that supplies your house, that's recycled.
Oh, I know
flushings.
that it is.
It smells that way.
I
when you
know
drive
it's
past it, too.
sometimes we used to call it. I'm not going to say it because it's a brand.
Yeah, that's right. Stinky Grocery.
Yeah,
We'll call
Stinky
it
Grocery
yeah.
over there. And it doesn't smell as bad as it did 25 years ago when I moved.
Remember
there.
that? Oof, man, it was rough back then.
And here's a little local thing that you may or may not know. Kevin Kinney, when he first moved here in 1980, the mid 80s, he worked on that site.
No
he was one of the
way.
people who
he worked with the manure.
he-
Is human manure? Is it called manure?
Is human manure called manure?
I don't know. That's a
I
good
think
question.
it's just feces, right?
I don't
What's
know.
the difference between cow manure and human? I don't know.
Well, one comes out of a cow. Do I have
Well,
to hold
thank
your
you.
hand?
Would you please? I'm a little slow.
Well, I think the solution with this story, though, Dr. Joe, is that you got to get a cow, right? So if everybody
Gotta
gets
get a cow. They got to eat
Yeah.
grass fed and no acid rain falling on the grass.
Remember
that
when
the cows eat.
Castro had the idea of having small cows and giving? I think he had this idea, this lunatic idea
Uh-huh.
back in the 90s, that they were going to create these little teeny cows and each family would have
Well,
one. I don't look it up, George. I feel like that's somewhere in my brain that happened.
I was in Cuba, and I met with all the dignitaries. I was there working with the Cuban Olympic team, and they served me a steak.
Mhm.
And apparently, like if you kill a cow in Cuba, you go to jail for 8 years. There's very few cows.
Yeah.
And so to serve a steak is like the government said, we're going to kill this cow and serve you, and that was really awkward for me
because you don't eat steak.
I don't eat steak, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm going to start a war. I'm not going to eat the steak that Castro's personal chef made for me, and I didn't. I got out of it.
You got out of it?
Like pour it under the table? Or
Yeah,
what'd
I
you do?
chopped it up in small pieces and mixed in some vegetables and sent it back to the kitchen. The guy in the kitchen's like, "Oh my God, there's steak here!"
It's like yeah, exactly. We haven't had steak in years.
Yeah.
Alex Williams, you're always a friend of the working class,
That's
Dr.
right.
Joe. Alex Williams says there are bunched up
Things.
Okay, I'm going to read this as it's written. Alex Williams says things are bunched up on 575 North in Kennesaw. Is that true, Alex Williams?
The drivers are bunched up in the brake lights. We'll take that. Yeah, 575 northbound. We're watching that slow down. No rhyme or reason for it right now, Eric. Just all stacked up 575 northbound through Kennesaw from Barrett Parkway as you head up to Town Lake Parkway. On Town Lake Parkway, just west of I-575 at Buckhead Crossing, we've had traffic lights malfunctioning, really jammed up the ride in both directions there. Still a little slow on 400 northbound in Sandy Springs, 285 up toward Northridge Road, exit 6. Toughest delays on I-85 start at Chamblee Tucker Road, but improve in Norcross once you clear Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Some better news with a crash we've been watching downtown, Kobe Dawkins.
Yeah, on the downtown connector, 7585 southbound, right before I-20 exit 247. Earlier, 2 crashes that were blocking a center lane now cleared off to the right. Still seeing delays past the downtown merge, and northbound rides are slow as well, beginning at University Ave, getting to Peachtree, Pine Street. And this report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. International Hot Rod Association and Duran Hybrid, where the roar of the engine meets the torque of the wrench, building champions on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets at IHRA.com. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When news breaks,
the A's are 55 and the Nays are 45.
We've got it covered.
Funding to run the federal government has just expired and the government shutdown is beginning.
Tune in often for the latest.
Congressional Budget Office estimates federal furlough payments could cost about $400 million a day.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's breaking news station.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Aram here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with a team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
2 houses, same neighborhood, nearly identical on paper, but one had an orchard sign and it sold for a lot more. So what gives? Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. The first seller went the trad route. Agent, open houses, price drops, long size, and eventually they gave in and settled for less. The second seller, they went with Orchard. Orchard didn't just list the home, they launched it. Their local agent knew which upgrades would get attention, brought in the right team, and handled everything like a well-oiled home selling machine. Oh, and they also let the seller move first with Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program. That means no showings while living in a half-packed house, no buyers judging your choice of throw pillows, just peace, quiet, and top dollar. One got stress, the other got smart. Don't settle. Sell the smart way with Orchard. Start with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
I just yawned. Is my own show boring me?
You blaming Dr. Joe for that?
I'm not blaming Dr.
Well, I
Joe.
kicked in his parasympathetics by adjusting his feet, and so
That's-
his whole body is
Is that what's happening? I am feeling very...
yeah, absolutely.
I got to get one of those things, massage my own feet.
I think so.
My wife ain't going to do it.
No.
No?
That stinky
Well,
thing
you
outta
need
here.
you need a lot of pressure.
You gotta
and
get the
stuff.
angle,
She's a
too,
small
yeah.
woman. She doesn't have that. Like those.
The chutzpah, yeah. Get in there.
I could help. Those massage, huh?
I could help.
Okay.
There you go. When I'm not here.
Stop by.
Yeah.
Stop by a little bit later on. You can take the guest bedroom.
Yeah.
Before I go to sleep, I want a good foot massage.
Whatever you say.
And
Boss.
there's at least another extra $5 in it a week for you.
Absolutely,
So.
man.
I need it.
Double your salary. Yeah, that's right.
That's
right.
Very quickly, you're gonna stick around for another
I'll
segment
hang.
after
You want me to
this.
hang? I'll hang, sure.
Oh, you'd hang for 3 hours.
I am. I'm going to Shelly's house after this. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Shelley's doing the show from his house.
It makes sense.
And he's having friends over,
Yeah,
which
is
is
he?
cool.
Yeah.
So he put out a thing on Facebook that said, "Everybody come over to my house, but only the people that have my cell number."
And then Shelly called me a couple hours ago. He goes, you coming over tonight? I was like, I guess, yeah. So
I wasn't invited over because he knows, don't.
he told me to bring chicken wings.
Oh, really? You're on the hook for?
I'm on the hook for wings and wine.
Because he has that new hip. He can't get out and get that horrible food that he likes to eat.
I gotta
every day.
bring
So
him the
now he
toxic
expects people
chemicals.
to. Yeah.
I would struggle with that. If I saw Shelly wheeling around in a wheelchair, I would feel, like.
Well, I think he's on the walker. That's what I say to Shelly. Keep doing the show from home until you're not on a walker. I don't want to look at
You wanna
Shelly.
see it.
I don't want to see like Shelly and a rascal going down the hall. Just do it from home
Hey,
until.
What you call it?
Alex Williams says there's sunshine delays on the West Freeway.
Yeah, if you're taking I-20 westbound, leaving I-285, you'll be driving right into that bright sunshine, trying to get out to Thornton Road, exit number 44 there in Lithia Springs. Also still seeing a few eastbound brake lights on 20 eastbound passing the theme park and Fulton Industrial Boulevard. Hey, are we cleaning up the ride at all on I-20 in DeKalb County, Kobe Dawkins?
Oh, yeah, 20 eastbound. You're just on and off the brakes leaving I-285, getting past Panola Road, and same story going westbound, on and off the brakes leaving Stonecrest, getting to the perimeter, I-285. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age system, maker, model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Home improvement projects can be a stressful guessing game. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus. The highest level of communication. The Plus means siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting. Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. We'll make you comfortable and keep you informed with every step of your project. If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Painting Plus. Siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Hey, if you're bringing some friends over to tailgate this fall or cook out or having the family for Thanksgiving later, do what I've just done and call Wise Guys Pro Wash. They've gotten my house and driveway, my patio spotless, even the wooden gates out back. They even cleaned the roof, and I didn't even have to be there. The crew used the top equipment in the industry in their soft wash and kept my home safe and damage-free. You call them. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash at wiseguysprowash.com.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing, the honest plumber. Like me, Superior Plumbing has been doing business for more than 40 years. Trust me, to last that long takes dedication to doing the job right and building trust with your customer base. I've used Superior Plumbing for years, and owner Jay Cunningham is committed to making you a customer for life, too. Next time you need a plumber, visit thehonestplumber.com.
Attention men, does ED and PE have you down? Well, great news. Choice Men's Health has the latest breakthrough treatments that can get you up and running. Meet the specialist who is dedicated to helping you perform better than ever in the bedroom.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Our custom treatment plans have a 98% success rate at improving ED and PE on your very first visit, even if Viagra and Cialis have failed. Regardless of your age and medical history, we are here and dedicated to help you regain your love life.
Don't wait. Call Choice Men's Health now. We are so confident we can help. For a limited time, we're offering to cover your first treatment for free. Call 404-400-1170. Call now to claim your free treatment. 404-400-1170. Results guaranteed on your first visit or it's free. 404-400-1170. Choice Men's Health, the only choice for your health.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, inviting you to come see us for your auto loan needs. If you're buying a car or refinancing your current auto loan, at Coosa Valley Credit Union, you'll get one of the lowest interest rates in the market, as low as 3.49 APR when you open an account with a direct deposit. Coosa Valley Credit Union is local and nearby in Northwest Georgia. Plus, you'll always speak to a real person when dealing with us. That's what we call kinder banking.
Contact 706-235-8551 for more details. Equal Opportunity Lender.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. A Fulton County jail inmate is in critical condition after an assault at the troubled Rice Street facility.
According to investigators, 27-year-old inmate Shania White attacked fellow inmate Tiriana Ledbetter while in the jail. White is now facing numerous charges, including aggravated assault, battery, and tampering with evidence. The 20-year-old Ledbetter is hospitalized from the attack. A statement from the sheriff's office says her family has been able to visit her and has met with Sheriff Pat Labatt about the attack. Officials say the investigation is ongoing and that their thoughts are with Ledbetter's loved ones during this difficult time as she receives medical care. Michelle Wright, 95.5 WSB.
83 degrees in Atlanta. Cooling off tomorrow. Will it stay dry through the end of the week? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. All new this half hour, an Appalachia high school teacher is relieved of all duties after reportedly making a threat toward a student in class. A letter from the principal to families of students at Appalachia says the matter has been referred to the Barrow County Sheriff's Office for investigation. It does not elaborate on the nature of the threat, but says the school takes all reports seriously and will not tolerate any threatening behavior or statements. The incident comes after Appalachia recently marked the one-year anniversary of the deadly shooting that claimed 4 lives at the high school. Speed kills.
Confirming just what we already know. Speed kills.
That's the message today from a Carroll County prosecutors. A former state trooper and West Georgia mayor is sentenced for a high-speed crash that killed 2 teenage girls 10 years ago. A.J. Scott, the ex-mayor of Buchanan, is sentenced to 20 years with 10 to serve. One of the survivors of a deadly crash involving teenagers in Woodstock last year responds a day after a 19-year-old is sentenced to 20 years with 1 to serve in jail.
I mean, I feel like it's obvious that he deserved more. He took 2 lives from us.
Christopher Peixoto is still recovering from a traumatic brain injury and multiple fractures from the high-speed crash. His sister Stephanie recalls a conversation with a nurse who treated him.
She told me, your brother, in the most respectful way possible. He is a miracle.
She says they hope their story serves as a lesson to other teens to respect the speed limit because everything can change in an instant. It appears speed is a factor in a deadly motorcycle accident involving a teenager in a Woodstock parking deck.
The motorcycle was the only vehicle involved in the accident on the 6th floor of the City Center's East parking deck. A 19-year-old killed. Stacey Brown with the City of Woodstock says 911 was called to the scene just before 8 Tuesday night.
So when they arrived, they saw where friends of the 19-year-old male were rendering aid.
She says it's not clear what was going on before the teen crashed that motorcycle into a parking deck wall. The investigation is ongoing. The teen's name has not yet been released. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
The government shutdown has an impact on operations at popular Metro Atlanta parks. Brittany Jones with the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy says you can still use the park.
The park itself will be open and accessible, meaning the trails will be open,
The parking lots are going to be open. The bathrooms are going to be open.
But all operations and programs are suspended and the visitor center is closed. Bathrooms remain open, but they will not be cleaned or regularly restocked. A new amusement park may be coming to the south side of Metro Atlanta. A developer plans to build the Big Poplar 2 project in the area of Poplar Road and the Noonan Crossing bypass in Coweta County. The $219 million mixed-use project could bring retail, hotels, and a 13-acre amusement park to East Noonan. The proposed project will be completed by 2036. An emotional Brian Snitker steps down as Braves manager today. He led the Braves to 6 division titles and the 2021 World Series championship.
Never thought I'd hoist a trophy or be around a group of guys that makes this so special.
He will stay on with the organization next season as an advisor. It is 6:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
And we're checking the ride to the northern suburbs. Bill, 85 northbound, struggling to recover. You're seeing the brake lights starting north of Shallowford Road. All of it just trying to get past 285 and up into the Norcross area. And we just found a crash in the Peachtree Corners. This is on Peachtree Industrial Boulevard northbound before Holcomb Bridge Road. Left lane blocked. Brake lights there back toward Winters Chapel. And all that's left over in Sandy Springs is some volume, 400 northbound from right around Hammond Drive up to Northridge Road, exit 6. How are things looking heading northwest now, Kobe Dawkins?
75 northbound, you're on and off the brakes as you pass the South 120 loop getting into Kennesaw to Chastain Road. 575 northbound, just a slight tap of the brakes getting into Woodstock. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Clear skies for this evening. Sunset around 7:20. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s at that time, continuing to cool into the mid to upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, mostly sunny, breezy, high 77. The east wind gusting 25 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy skies, morning low 56, afternoon high 78. Saturday, a mix of sun and clouds, morning low 57, afternoon high 79. Sunday, increasing cloud cover, highs in the upper 70s.
Right now it's 83 in Noonan, and in Midtown Atlanta it is 79 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Fall is a busy time, and selling your home can be overwhelming. Get a guaranteed cash offer from Mark Spain Real Estate and sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our guaranteed offer is the easiest way to sell your home. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can bypass the market, receive the strongest all-cash offer in the industry, and close in as little as 21 days. Our guaranteed offer keeps you in control. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
George Stein literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. Let him represent you. GeorgeStein.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
All right, before we get to our next Wellness Wednesday story, how about Dr. Joe? You tell us how we can get more Dr. Joe. Everybody wants more Dr. Joe.
Everybody wants 8 to 10 Sunday nights right here on WSB, because your radio's on it anyway, so just tune in at 8 to 10. And I do my show, do call-ins if we have any health questions. If you have any health questions throughout the week, please email me directly. drjoe.com is the website, drjoe.com. I will answer your health questions personally. And if you want to make an appointment, we have offices in Marietta, Duluth, and Stockbridge, because...
you want to be their doctor.
I want to be their doctor.
That did it.
You know the slogan.
Next week. Because I want to be your doctor.
Because he wants to be your pharmacist.
Pharmacist,
I'm
yes.
so close. I just can't get it.
Next week. I'll give you another shot.
I got a week.
drjoe.com.
He's going to let me keep the power percussion for a week.
Yeah, let him work on his own feet.
There you go.
See how
I do it with my own feet.
Okay.
Yes. We know how good I am with the feet of others.
Yes.
How am I going to do with my own feet?
Yeah. Does
You
the
have another-
fetish expand? Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yes.
I never understood the foot fetish.
I
But
never
then
got
again,
that
I guess you don't understand any fetish you don't have.
That's true.
Well, another Wellness Wednesday story, sir, please.
We have a new AI smart bandage that was invented by
An AI smart bandage.
Correct. It was invented by the University of California, Santa Cruz, and it accelerates wound healing by 25%.
And how does it do this, Dr. Joe?
It has a little tiny camera in it, and it takes a picture of the wound every 2 hours.
Mhm.
And then it goes to the AI, whatever, in the sky, and it says, okay, this is where the wound healing is. What would be the next best step?
So you're getting incremental maintenance.
Correct.
As opposed to waiting 4 days or 5
Yeah.
days or redressing it.
Yeah.
You're constantly, and so then little incremental changes are being done all the time.
Correct.
By the bandage itself?
No, not by the bandage itself. It's just telling you, okay,
What
now,
needs to be
right,
done.
It needs air. It needs, remember
Okay.
Mercurochrome when we were kids? Remember that? Mercurochrome?
I remember the name.
It was mercury.
Uh-huh.
It was red. And whenever you had a cut, you put mercurochrome on it.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It was mercury.
Yeah,
Look,
does-
we're putting mercury directly in our blood system.
Does it work?
Well, it caused a lot of brain damage, I'm sure.
But other than that.
Other than that, it worked great.
Let's
Yeah,
not just
great.
talk about the negatives.
Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, it was great.
Yes.
Yes.
I just think it's funny that the AI smart. I'll tell you what, that's one smart bandage. Smartest bandage in his class.
It is. Yeah, he graduated, top in his class, the bandage.
Valedictorian of all the other bandages. That is one smart bandage.
So your doctor can basically look at it, but AI is your doctor looking at it every 2
Isn't this the whole thing with?
So it's not really the AI that's me. It's just the fact that it's
Well, no.
constantly looking at where the issues are and then telling you, hey,
but the
focus on this.
The question is there one of those free agency things going on where there's no doctor involved? The thing keeps assessing the wound, and then AI, which is always learning
Mm-hmm.
from these things, and then can decide, well, I'm just going to tell them to do this next without
Mm-hmm.
a person getting involved. That would be like the generative AI. And
Cut
that's-
your foot off.
Cutting your foot off seems like a great idea.
That's right. Yes.
Let me show you how.
So, don't cut your feet off, kids.
Yeah.
Fontenester
Yeah.
doctrine
Yeah.
is
We're against
opposed
that.
to it. Leave your feet where they are. Absolutely. That's all. That's the thing about AI is the cons are so scary, but like anything else, there will be a lot of benefits.
Oh, absolutely.
From AI. I mean, no one's going to have a job or anything, but
No, yeah.
there are. When it comes to medicine in particular, obviously AI going about buzzing around 24 hours a day trying to figure out solutions for, we're going to probably have better drugs that are more targeted, know
Right.
exactly, this is the exact thing. We'll probably have something close to customized drugs.
Yeah, and no interactions. Right now you take this, and this. We don't know what's going to happen. The AI can look at it and say, okay, these three
Right.
together are going to have this reaction, so take this one out. And that's here now. I don't even think it's in the future.
I saw a great a cartoon in something today. I don't know what it was, one of the stories, but it was a doctor. It was a doctor, and he's at his desk and he's got his laptop opened. And actually, I have it here. Let me give you just one moment. Let me just.
okay.
I don't want to mess it up.
No, the audience wants to know what you're looking at. Absolutely, at all times.
Well, I have to tell him why I'm taking so long. So it says virtual hospital behind him.
Yeah.
And it's the doctor, and he's got the laptop open, and he's pointing at the laptop, and he's saying, "Point the camera at your appendix. Does it hurt when I press here?"
That's it.
And there's some things AI's never going to be able to do.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, but I think in terms like doctor visits, I'm not real. I've never done it. Where you're actually talking to a doctor on a laptop. Have you done it, young man?
I have not done the teledoc.
AIs, yeah. Yeah. I've
George,
done it.
have you done the teledoc? George,
I've never done a.
I do it for
I can't
patients.
take it serious.
I do it for
Wait a
patients.
minute, you're a chiropractor.
Well, if they have nutritional concerns or
Oh,
if they have
okay.
neurological issues, and I can say, listen, go here, go there. In fact, one of our coworkers called me this morning with a concern.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
And that coworker's not here now.
Correct,
But he
yes.
can explain.
Quite
So-
an itch, right?
What?
It was dealing with an itch, right?
It was an itch, and an
Right.
oozing
No.
pustule, yes. That was George, no?
No, have we had an update from Tim Andrews? Is he doing all right?
I have not heard anything from Tim yet.
Yeah.
I would tell people, but HIPAA laws.
That's true, right, exactly.
But I will text
I'm
him
not bound by
after the
HIPAA.
show.
I'm
You're
not
not.
bound.
Yeah, you can't get in trouble. I can, but...
No, it's one of my biggest fears. He's got a kidney stone.
Uh-huh.
And I know people. Well, I don't know. I'm not under HIPAA.
I can't
laws.
say that, but you can.
He's going to come in tomorrow and tell us
Of course
about
he
it.
is. I know that.
What is
yeah.
there, some kind of shame? Jared looked at me like, oh, you're kidney stone shaming him. What is this? Just some sort of shame to it?
Kidney
It's
stone Tim. That's what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. That's one of the things I've feared for a very long time. Now, here's a good question. Does he have to pass it? Or can they explode it with the acoustic stuff?
Yeah, they have lithotripsy, it's called, where they put sound waves basically in water and it goes in there and bursts it and then it comes out in little pieces. But for men, it's a lot more painful to pass kidney stones than women because the urethra is longer.
George Stein passed one years ago, like 2009, 2010. And he was telling me about it. And after he told me about it, I don't want no part of it. Now, in my mind, I have this idea that if you drink a lot of water, you're less likely to have this. But am I wrong?
No, you're right. It'll flush it out. But once the stone hardens, the calcium hardens.
And is that through? I mean, is dehydration any a part of that?
Yes.
Of it hardening?
Absolutely, yeah.
So you need to drink a lot of water.
Yes, and oxalates.
But
can
there's
do
nothing
it.
I can do about the appendix. It could burst anytime.
Yeah. Well, if you keep your
What if
bowels
you're like
moving,
80?
I think you're okay. The appendix, the likelihood
I'm
of it
61.
of it busting, but I think it's under 50, right?
Yeah. Usually.
Oh,
it
am I in
happens
good?
early.
Am I in
I
good
think you're
space?
safe. You're safe.
Because sometimes I'll be like I'll maybe having a little bourbon or something. I'm in a good space mentally, and I'll think to myself, oh wow, like your appendix can burst at any time. Wouldn't that be a drag?
Yeah, your age.
I don't want to go. I don't want to drag my.
You'll have dementia before your appendix bursts. You won't even
Oh,
remember
good.
it.
Then I
Yeah.
won't even know about the appendix.
That's right. You'll be fine. So that's all. Yeah.
That's fine. It's
Yeah.
funny
But
how these things
diet
work
has a
out.
big player in kidney. And some people do produce kidney stones genetically, but
Right.
a high acid diet will produce more.
What's a
calcium.
high acid diet? Is that when you're
Alcohol,
tripping
meat,
all the time?
sugar. No, not that kind
Lots
of
of
acid.
mushrooms.
Yeah, mushrooms. God, see where your mind
Yeah.
goes. Boom.
That's where my mind lives.
That's true. Yeah.
Not where it goes.
No, acid foods,
He's tripping
alcohol,
right now.
meat, sugar, dairy, coffee, soda, artificial sweetener,
All the
breads,
good
cookies,
stuff.
Yeah, everything that everybody eats. Yeah. And the body has to neutralize that acid, uses calcium as the neutralizing agent, then it has to
Right.
pass it out of the system.
So as long as I'm eating like every other American, drink a lot of water.
Yep.
Not a guarantee, but you're better off.
You're better off.
Okay.
Drink your water.
Drink your
Absolutely.
water, for heaven's sakes.
Yes.
I
Got-
believe that we have to go. You have one more?
I've got one more for Dr. Joe. This is a
All
big
right.
one here because I've seen this all over TikTok this week. Apparently, there are TikTokers that are taping their mouths shut
Yes.
at night to prevent snoring.
Yes.
Now, I'm seeing most doctors are saying that this is not recommended.
Not a good idea.
What
you have
say
to be
you?
told this?
yeah, there's a whole article from the Associated Press that says, here's the headline. Some people are taping their mouths shut on TikTok at night. Doctors wish they wouldn't.
All right. So obviously, if you're breathing through your nose, you're okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's to prevent snoring. They're like,
no, I know that because you're like
Yeah.
that with your mouth open. But what is the danger here? I would imagine that if you stop breathing, you wake up. But I mean,
but if your sinuses get clogged up, because it is a filter, and if you're
Yeah.
breathing all through your nose, you can get a little clogged up at night, and then you
Mhm.
can have real problems, and you may not, be able to tear your
Right.
tape off, or you might pass out. And
what's going on sometimes with? I want you to explain this to me. Not always, but if I am kind of stuff like sometimes if I am having a little trouble breathing through my nose, I'm going to bed, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I lay on my back and look up at the ceiling, I'm perfectly fine.
Right.
In these scenarios. But if I turn over on my right side or my left side, then suddenly I have to breathe out of my mouth. That's not every night, but when it is happening. So what's going on that when I'm going on my left or my right, but if I look straight up the ceiling, I'm fine?
Well, if you do CPR, what's the first thing you do? Tilt the person's back, lay them flat on their
Ah.
back, open up the airwaves.
Okay.
So when you turn to your side, you're closing off the airwaves, and then if you
Oh,
a lot
it's
of
not the
mucus,
nose.
Well, it could be mucus too, build up
Right.
as well. But
Yeah, but I would notice that. I could blow my
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah, but it
it's
does
more
open
like
up the airways.
inflammation or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank
So
you very
just-
much.
yeah.
I hope the audience has learned as much as I have.
It's a big day today. Yeah.
It is a big day.
Thank
I
you,
can-
Dr. Joe.
I can feel my toes again. Thank
Just
you, Dr.
because you
Joe.
see people on TikTok doing something doesn't mean you should do it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's another one for the kids. Don't cut your feet off. Leave your feet at the end of your legs. And just because you see something on TikTok, kids, that doesn't. Who cares? They're not going to hear. It's not going to change anything. We're teeny weeny weeny, and TikTok rules. That's the way that it is. So kids, just be careful out there. But you think that maybe kids will get smarter? Like in 20 years, they'll know the pitfalls.
How
I don't.
stupid we were. I post every day on TikTok, so just follow me and you'll get all the good information.
Oh, is that true? You're a TikTok doc.
I post on everything.
Are you a
Facebook,
TikTok doc?
I'm a TikTok doc. I
All
like
right,
that.
all
Yeah.
right, all right,
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. I post every day.
All right, TikTok doc.
Got to educate the world. That's why we're here.
Have a good week, TikTok doc.
Thank you.
Alex Williams is checking the ride around 285.
Yeah, trying to clean this one up, Eric. We're still seeing brake lights through Doorville, 285 eastbound, the inner loop from Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31. Trying to make your way past I-85 and Chamblee Tucker Road. Driving into some sunshine, 285 west, the outer loop, leaving Georgia 400 over to the Truist Park region. Then just seeing a few more scattered brake lights south of Smyrna Vinings, starting right around South Cobb Drive, exit 15 down to I-20. Any improvement through downtown Atlanta, Kobe Dawkins?
Yeah, it's slowly improving. 75-85 northbound, seeing you on and off the brakes just before I-20. Getting to Peachtree, Pine Street, 85 southbound. You're still slow starting at Georgia 400, getting to I-20. And this report is sponsored by Peach Pass. Life doesn't slow down, and neither can you with Peach Pass. Save time, cruise by traffic, and use your Peach Pass in 20 states, including Georgia. Visit peachpass.com and keep moving. From the Corey Carrier Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office identifies 57 sets of cremains.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
We've got it covered.
Atlanta jurors convict a former Customs and Border Protection officer.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
It's the Love Your Home Minute from TE Certified. Hi, it's Chris Chandler with Josh, the local owner of TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. You know, that's him you see jumping out of the back of their trucks. Josh, what should I be doing to love my home right now?
Seasonal HVAC maintenance.
About that time.
Absolutely. Our HVAC systems work hard for us all year round, and every once in a while we need to show them a little love too. So we need to come out, change your filters, clean the drain line, check all the electrical and gas connections, check the refrigerant, and make sure the settings are in tip-top shape for this season. This is going to make you more comfortable in your home. This is going to help you save energy, and of course it's going to keep you from having any of those bad breakdowns that happen at the worst time.
So it keeps you comfy for sure. What are some of the other benefits of the seasonal maintenance?
Well, absolutely, it's going to save money because an efficient system is going to use less energy as it runs.
All right, excellent, Josh. I am so glad I had TE maintain my system. It certainly helped me love my home.
TE certified, we love your home.
Ghosts are for costumes, not for hiding in your air ducts and lurking through your home. Who knows the amount of dust and pollutants just sitting in your ducts as we speak? It's Patrick, owner of Zerorez. Take control of your home and schedule a cleaning with the experts at Zerorez Air Duct Cleaning. For a limited time, mention WSB to get $50 off your next service, or use promo code AIR50 when scheduling online at ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, spell it backwards or forwards, it's the right way to clean.
Belinda here with another satisfied patient with a great story to tell you about Atlanta Vision Institute. Lisa had the laser optics procedure. Why did you choose Atlanta Vision Institute?
Well, I'd been wearing contacts or glasses for the last 50 years and decided one day that I'd had enough. I have an active lifestyle and the glasses just were getting in the way.
Now, after the procedure with Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute, what were the results like?
It was amazing. I could see the highway signs from far away, and I was able to thread the needle on my sewing machine without any help.
Nobody can do that. That's amazing. Folks, if you feel like you're at your wit's end with your vision, why don't you go see Dr. Ashraf at Atlanta Vision Institute? Go to 2020atlanta.com and see if you're a candidate for the laser optics procedure. Go to 2020atlanta.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But what if you could get both? Why not? Especially when it comes to health care, and that is Medi-Share. You get both. Many families save $500 a month with Medi-Share, and that's huge, but it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied, too. And we know this from research of members. There's a lot they like about Medi-Share, but especially they love being part of something they believe in. And Medi-Share works, too. It has for more than 30 years. There are hundreds of thousands of members who love having telehealth if they need it. They love the huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price in 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
So we're getting the Grange getting a professional cricket stadium. It's going to be built in LaGrange.
We sure are.
Now, before I started reading about this, I was going to ask, does anybody in the world outside of England or Australia know the rules of cricket? But then inside the story, it claims that it is the second most popular sport in the world. After soccer, I'm assuming.
There's a lot of Indian people in India, so.
Oh, that's big. That's right.
Yeah.
But that's still about where the English were, right? The reason that we have so many
did it not originate in India and then it became popular?
Did it go the other way culturally? Look it up. I don't know.
I'll find out.
I mean, a lot of the reason why we have so many great Japanese baseball players is because we occupied in the 40s, and so they were turned on to the sport and took to the sport because baseball was the sport.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the 1940s.
You're correct.
All right,
it was
so
English, and then it expanded to India.
Which would explain the Australian influence, too, because I remember being in Australia, it was on everywhere there, and people were like, are you interested in the cricket match? I'm like, not really, but hey, go Australia. That's
so it's going to be like a 10,000-seater. I guess it's mixed use. They could put concerts there and stuff. But what I don't understand is it's a professional cricket club in New Jersey. Are they going to use this as like spring training or something?
That's my understanding.
We don't have a cricket club, right?
Correct.
The LaGrange Cricketers are not a thing yet.
I know that Columbus, which is not far from LaGrange, it's probably like 45 minutes from there. They have the Columbus Grasshoppers as their hockey team.
Oh, look at that.
And that's like one of their AAA
fierce.
minor league.
I'd be so scared going in to have to fight if I knew I was going up against the Grasshoppers. Whatever happened to names that weren't names supposed to kind of menace? Not always. I mean, Cardinals. That's not exactly
it's not very
a
menacing
name. So I guess, but the Grasshoppers, I feel like I'm going to beat the Grasshoppers.
Yeah. I remember going to a game, and all it was for minor league hockey was nothing but fights left and right throughout the whole thing.
Hockey's great live. That's the problem. They can't really get it going on TV outside of Canada. You know, Canada's always had, I think it's, is it Thursday night hockey or Tuesday night hockey? But like our Monday Night Football, which used to be bigger than it is now when there were only 3 stations. But hockey on TV has always worked in Canada. But for America, hockey's fun when you go.
Yes,
because it's like
absolutely.
pro wrestling, and they're fighting each other, and the refs are looking the other way, and you're like, is this even a real sport? I don't know, but I'm having fun.
I think what they're going to do with this cricket stadium in LaGrange, just looking at it, is they want to get a team here in Atlanta, like a legit cricket team.
Right.
And I think because LaGrange, number one, it's cheaper to build it down there. It's a smaller stadium. You start there, and you see if people are legitimately coming from the metro down to LaGrange. That's what I suspect is happening. If I had to put my opinion on that.
My new favorite cricket team is the New Jersey Black Caps, because they're the ones who are behind this.
They're investing.
They're investing. All right, we're done investing, because that music's telling us 2 things. Shut the hell up and get the hell out. You know us. We're good citizens. We do what we're told. We don't question things. We're patriots. All right, Shelley Winter is up next. He's from his home again. And I believe he has like a slight live audience, like some friends that come over to his house to
You
help
going
him
over?
out. Huh?
You going over?
What? So Shelley Winter's got some friends coming over, and I think that's a great idea. I think they're going to have a blast. You'll have a blast, too. We'll be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. You're all invited to join us, but until then, continue on your journey. Don't